Hello, friends, and welcome back to another episode of Express Lane, the show that brings you speedruns in 60 minutes or less. I'm your host, Oscar424, with my occasional co-hosts, Levelhead and Freya, and I hope everybody had an amazing SGDQ. It was so much fun. But I did want to remind you that we still have more marathons coming. For instance, GDQ's next all-women and femme speedrunning event, which is Flame Fatales. It's going to be returning August 18th through the 25th. All you have to do is use !FF in Twitch chat to check out the schedule and let us know what you're looking forward to the most. Kind of biased, looking forward to that RZ race with 3-pup. No particular reason, because I'm also racing in it. Yay! Anywho, speaking of marathons and GDQ, there were some really good runs this past week, and I just had to ask 4 of them back to do a fun little run back of them. So, looking at the schedule here, we're ending with Half-Life 2, which was a really close race. Then we have some Levelhead, we have Golf It, wrong hole only. We'll get back to that in a little bit. But I'm done horsing around because we are going to be heading over to Turnip Boy Robs Bank 80% Playstyle A with Happy by 3. So Happy, take it away.
Hooray. That's me. Thank you so much. My name is Happy by 3. You may have caught this same run, as Oscar mentioned, last week at SGDQ with the always lovely JPEG on my couch then and now.
Hello. Yes, I am here.
Oscar did say that there were some good runs at GDQ. Sadly, this was not one of them, but it was certainly one of the runs.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
It was certainly one of the runs of GDQ. I'm joined, of course, by the boy himself, Wedge Chippington, who will be providing color commentary. Yeah, we might as well just get right on into it, yeah?
Yeah.
Time starts when I press let's go, so we will do that in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Good luck.
Thanks. Salute toast for good RNG.
Shout out to Toast.
Let me see those 07s in chat. Thanks.
Let's get some 7s in chat. All right, so the lore of this game is that in the first game, we killed God, and then apparently there was a civil war, and now we are in the aftermath of that civil war. I'm really hoping the third game is that civil war. I'm a big StarCraft nerd, so I'm hoping for like an RTS where we get to play through the war. The first game was a Zelda clone. This is a roguelite twin stick shooter, so the devs have already given us a completely different genre once, so I'm hoping we can get a totally different genre again, maybe. So we're just doing a tutorial here. Essentially, this guy Dilatini, the leader of the Pickle Mafia, reaches out to us and gives us the classic intro to a heist of like, this will be the last job you ever have to take. And so he teaches us how to shake people down, how to switch weapons, all the mechanics we're going to need to be successful heisters. And in this first area, we're looking for this gold elevator, and it's the right one. Oh, but the thing didn't spawn. That's heartbreaking.
Aww.
So close. We're
looking for a specific elevator, and it should be a gold elevator. But even so, it does not guarantee the spawn of the item we're looking for. Welcome to a roguelike.
Yeah, so there are 2 elevators in this main area. There are 4 gray doors and 4 gold doors that can spawn. We are looking for one specific gold door, which we did get in the optimal position there. But we also need that gold door to have a pedestal, which it did not. In fact, there are 3 places a pedestal could spawn in this area, and we only got 1 of those. So this is what I would call bad RNG. Luckily, the fun thing about Turnip Boy Robs a Bank, well, it is a roguelite and it is obviously RNG based. We have backups, and we have backups for the backups and backups for the backups. So there's always an option. It just may not be a fast option, or in some cases a fun option.
Also, every time I see that pickle, I immediately start trying to think of some kind of pun using Vlasic pickles instead of classic pickles.
It's a Vlasic
like right
heist story.
Right?
Oh my... Thank you. You're supposed to be speedrunning a game. I'm supposed to be like helping, and instead you're just like getting it in one. So thanks for that.
God. Okay, so this is like very bad RNG.
Yes.
I don't
Do we
know
have
that
time for Wedge Chippington to add a few words?
Absolutely. Wedge, how do you feel about this RNG?
Oh my god, you're so right.
I was
oh
just thinking
my god.
that. So luckily, by the skin of our teeth, we got $1,500 on that second pack.
Hey.
$1,500 is what we need for our first progression item, which is the pickaxe. Pickaxe allows us to break down some statues of Stinky, the owner of the bank, which will let us go fight our first boss, JPEG. If you want to talk about that sort of structure and why that keeps happening through the game while I go find Yeehaw.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically the structure of this game kind of follows this cycle is go into bank, rob bank to make enough money to buy quest progression item. Progression item allows you to get into an area, fight boss, moves into new area. We are going to be seeing a lot of, you've seen us shake down for money a fair amount thus far. You're going to be seeing less and less of that because we are going to be using those pedestals for money. But yeah, we have our first one, the pickaxe. The pickaxe allowed us to break down statues. I believe the next one after this, spoiler, is going to be a cardboard box. And a cardboard box is, of course, not cheap.
Ooh,
we know how this works. It's going to be $8,000 for a single cardboard box. I want everybody to be aware of that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
The good news is, even though it's significantly more expensive, the pedestal scale, it's the wrong weapon. That's annoying. That boss can drop 2 different weapons. One of them gets us a free 1 cycle on the next boss. One of them does not. And so sadly, we got the wrong one. But like I said, there's always a backup and a backup to the backup. So we've got plans. We'll figure it out. The good news is I'm getting good pedestal RNG here, getting lots of pedestals and seed stock. Yes, there are 4 possible, and I got all 4 of them, which is perfect.
Nice. And then that's the train. The train just immediately sends you home. It does cost money, but we made like $4,000, so a $250 train ticket isn't the end of the world, so to speak.
How far away is your house if it's $250 for a train?
It's $250, but you get back instantly. To be fair, this is like a post-apocalyptic world that then just went through another apocalyptic civil war. So I'm guessing there's a monopoly on like the transit sector. So they can probably charge whatever they want.
Yeah, fair point.
Honestly, we're lucky it's only $250.
Yes. I do love that the primary movement in this game is still tripping and falling on your face. That is Turnip Boy's dash. But
I'm gonna go a bit out of my way here because I went for optimal strats instead of marathon safe strats, so I'm just gonna go check these doors real quick. Normally we would just skip these doors because if you're doing PB attempts, you're just kind of gonna go, oh, I'm glad I did because this is the one we're looking for.
Woohoo!
That's a hell door. We got the scythe.
Yeah,
Scythe
DJ
is,
Sizzle.
Nice.
DJ
Our
Sizzle
boy.
in the house. The scythe, when you collect souls, gets unbelievably strong, and will be our best friend for basically the rest of the run at this point now, as soon as we can get enough souls harvested with it. And one of the reasons that Happy was talking about pedestals before, we're going to see like some money shakedowns, but not as much, is because you have limits on the amount of money that you can carry at one time, but you do not have limits on the amount of pedestals that you can carry. You can just carry as many of those as Turnip Boy's little vibe can handle. And then I don't know how he's holding them. I'm not going to ask questions. But throughout the game, when you go through these like progression areas, so in the one we're in, their value increases. Like listen, I'm really bad at math. I'm pretty sure the phrase is like by an order of magnitude. So they start, say, like 100, 1,000, 10,000. So you can make an absurd amount of money really, really quickly with these.
Yeah, and the enemies go up a little bit, but like barely. Like, we have to buy... I just bought some upgrades there. I increased my trip distance and got an extra heart. We have to buy an upgrade to carry more than $1,000 in our bag. And one pedestal from this area gives us 1,000. So, like, pedestals are very much the
deal.
optimal money laundering strat.
However, Turnip Boy looks really cute when he shakes somebody down for money. He makes a really cute little face.
A good face. I'll do the next person I pass who I can. I'll shake down just to show you. So
that carrot really liked cardboard.
I'm taking my time going through this area to get some souls from those enemies and from these guys. Like I said, the Gatling, the Toast Gatling, this gun, does not one cycle this boss for free. So I'm taking a little extra time to farm some souls because the maybe 30 seconds I took there to get souls will save us about 2 minutes by not doing a second cycle. If you have to do 2 cycles on this boss, it is a huge time loss.
So we're really going to hope that doesn't happen because, as you can see, Candy Apple spends a lot of time doing absolutely nothing that puts him within attacking range. He has to lower down on that stick in order to be hit.
Yeah, and 72 is, I think, enough. This should be good.
Please,
yes!
please.
Nice.
That was last hit. That was last hit for that cycle. So 72 is just barely enough. Congratulations. I love that voice line. All right. So now we're
we're getting key cards.
Dark Dock. One of my least favorite mechanics in video games is, haha, you can't see now. Luckily, I've played this game enough that I sort of know my way around in the dark. And we can more or less move through here. Was that what at me seeing in the dark, or was the what at that monstrosity on the wall?
It was neither. It was that, what do you mean you've played this game a lot? But the fact that you did pass... Yeah, I can't believe you've done this. This isn't your first time. But the thing that we did see, the monstrosity of the wall, that was a bunch of food folk, and they have stuck together, which, you know, as food folk are wont to do. Am I right? We've all been here. So we're going to go onto the black market, which is how we buy our progression items and potentially other things, and buy a food folk separator, which is a normal part of anybody's kitchen. Go and check your kitchen drawers right now. You have one.
You've got one.
Yeah.
So we needed 3 pedestals there because the food folk separator costs 3k. Because I didn't get 3, I'm gonna do a safety buy there and get the goop boots. The goop boots make it so you do not take damage when stepping on goop. So now that Dark Dock area is basically free. The only thing we lose by stepping in goop is time, not our life. And dying in this game is incredibly unforgiving, especially in speedruns, because you lose any pedestal items you're holding, half of the money in your bag, and all of your items. So if we are, say, holding a scythe that we had to look through an RNG set of doors to find, and we die, then we have to, once again, look through a bunch of RNG doors to try and get the scythe back.
So basically,
I say as the next door is a scythe.
Yeah. So basically, Turnip Boy, who's been robbing a bank this whole time, when Turnip Boy dies, he gets robbed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Essentially.
Checks out.
But luckily, we got the first 2 pedestals, so it was a quick second back. The food folk got the C4 already. We don't need C4 till much later, but because you don't need it till much later, it's really easy to forget about it. So I try to buy it when I have a spare 750, even if it's not totally optimal. You know, sometimes using that 750 on an upgrade might be slightly faster, but there is no worse feeling than getting to the part where you need the C4 and not having it, because it's about 5 minutes to walk all the way back, buy it, and yeah, it's massive time loss. So
See, there they are. They're fine. They all got separated really fast, I might add.
Yeah, and they look really chill about the whole situation. So this is our third boss, the Mecha Chad.
Mecha Chad.
The first phase is the scary phase with him, because he will always attack pretty much right away, and we can take damage there. Now he's basically free. I also learned during warm-up today that there's a spot here I can stand and not take damage.
Awesome.
So that's cool. The only problem is
Congratulations.
now it makes this a little scarier, but nope, we're good. So basically, if we get below him before he takes his weapon out and just go back and forth, we had the dev on couch for the run last week, and the developer essentially said like, there's a reticle scanning for our location, and I guess by continuing to move, that never locks
reticle
onto
can't-
us, so he never
yeah.
attacks because he never knows he can.
Oh.
And yes, that was a soap cutting video and a slime tutorial on the bottom. Mecha Chad tries to distract you by showing videos above and below
unlucky.
and thinks that now you can never harm me because you'll be too distracted.
Oh, incredibly unlucky. 0 out of 3 pedestals here.
Cool.
I would say you
And I
almost
think
always get 2, which is what you need. Also, this is our boy Kaladin. That's not his real name, but he's a bridge boy, so I call him Kaladin. Shout out to Brandon Sanderson nerds in the chat. Can I get some life before death in the chat?
Are we gonna talk about Brandy Sandy on main for a while?
Brandy Sandy Fandies.
Brandy Sandy. Yeah, I called you Brandy Sandy Fandy. Yeah. You're welcome to take that and run, everybody. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what we need to talk about next because my notes for this say next item, build a bridge with an exclamation point and then nothing else.
Which you usually do when you get more than 0 pedestals. Each of these
Yes.
pedestals is worth 100k. We need 150 for the bridge. So,
We literally
normally,
just needed
I'm in
to-
danger. I don't like this.
Ooh.
We're gonna be a little
Can
safe.
you
It's just taking a lot of damage going through here.
can
Oh,
you
because I
not
haven't.
scare me?
So normally I upgrade on that back, and so I would have full health going through there. So I was running through it as if I had 6 hearts when I only have 4.
yeah, can you
Yeah,
do me
that
a
might be an
favor
issue.
and have some upgrade money, please? So
You think we got
upgrades in this
upgrade money?
game are done. Upgrades in this game are done when you have upgrade money. That's actually the truth. It's just when do you have money to get some upgrades? Go do it. Move on.
Yeah, there's not like a really strict upgrade order. We generally prioritize health and trip distance. As you can see, my trip
We're
is
zooming.
significantly further now that it's upgraded all the way. But the speed at which you trip stays the same, so it's just you go farther every time. You just go farther every time for the same number of trips per second, which is great.
I'm building a bridge.
But because like late in the game, like I mentioned, the build a bridge cost 150 and each pedestal is 200, or each pedestal is 100k. So if we get 2 pedestals, we have 50k left over for upgrades, which is very significant.
Here I am just looking at this going, I wonder if my local bank has any of this underneath it.
Yes.
There's only one way to find out. So sadly, we didn't get
Bring
multi-hits
your
here.
scythe.
Right.
I'm not fully sure why, but every now and then on this boss, on the first phase, your scythe will just do 2 hits every time you swing. And so the first phase takes 5 hits instead of 10. We don't know why, and we can't seem to recreate it consistently. It just sort of happens sometimes. But luckily, either way, we can beat this boss by just standing there and whacking at it, which is nice.
Nice.
The boss is really hard in a casual playthrough.
But if you have the scythe, LOL, LMAO. Not a problem.
Exactly.
Just stand
GG.
there.
GG no re.
Basically. So I picked up this big sword. We're going to use it to take care of some mobs in the sewers in a second. I also went out of my way to grab that extra pedestal so we have money for the crowbar to open the sewers. Basically, at this point in the story, Dilatini is like, we've gone everywhere in the bank and we haven't found the mother lode yet. So the mother lode must be under the bank. And Stinky comes on our radio and is like, what? Of course not. There's no way it's in the middle of the bank underneath something. And we're like, Okay, so it is.
Okay.
So we get a crowbar, pry open the sewers, and go into the sewers. Like I was saying, we picked up that weapon after Rigsby for these ads. The weapon does big AoE damage. This big sword does AoE, which is really nice against these mobs. But it makes us very slow when we're holding it. The good news is the game follows Counter-Strike rules, so it doesn't matter what's in your inventory, it matters what's in your hand. So if we just switch to the scythe, we go full speed, even though we have the giant sword in our pocket.
Nice.
It makes sense.
Yeah. If you don't think too much.
Also, that thing following us is not, in fact, like a small bone of ham or something like that. It's actually Canadian bagged milk. It is pink. I cannot confirm why.
Yeah, I forgot to ask Carson why it's pink.
All right, so here's our dad's objects. We found out, like, our deceased missing father. Dang.
Rip.
Yeah.
That button just says dang.
It's my favorite button in the game. Yeah, the implication there is that the owner of the bank probably killed our dad, and our response is, dang. Bummer, dude.
Imagine if it was just, in fact, F.
It's the only time in the game we press the F key.
Yes.
There should be an item in the game that is just the F key.
Yes.
You can just buy it after that.
You just have to upgrade to it. All right.
Or you open that and you are prompted to buy the F key and you are soft locked until you buy the F key.
Yes.
All right,
sorry,
so we
Carson,
did find the
don't
mother load
listen.
down there. The mother load's worth $1 million, which is good because we're going to have to buy some rocket boosters because we go talk to Dilatini now, and Dilatini's like, well, we can't rob the bank, so we might as well steal the bank. And sends us off to buy some rocket boosters, and now we go into boss rush mode.
Yep.
That's
Basically,
logical.
the bosses are at the four corners of the bank, so we have to go defeat them again so that we can plant a rocket booster in each corner, which will shoot the bank into space, thereby allowing us to... I'm not totally sure. It is a very much step one, shoot the bank into space, step two, question mark, step three, profit kind of plan.
Yep.
Like, there's not a real fleshed out plan here.
There doesn't need to be. Look at this game.
But luckily, because we have a fully upgraded scythe with full melee upgrades, these bosses are negligible. Like, we're so overpowered at this point.
See, that's the thing. When you go to space, that creates the third game of the series. Turnip Boy Brings Capitalism to Space, featuring Tim Curry.
Featuring
So
Tim
it's
Curry.
all
Oh.
Featuring Tim Curry eating pizza.
Yes.
I think about Brennan Lee Mulligan's Tim Curry eating pizza demo reel like 3 times a day at least. Yes, we got double hits. Yeah, so you can see his health goes down
Nice.
really fast.
Very nice.
We have no idea why that happens. We
Carson.
cannot recreate it.
It's power of Tim Curry, man.
Yeah, I guess I just need to
Believe in
talk
Tim
about Tim
Curry.
Curry more
Yeah.
often.
By the way, we are doing these fights in this specific order because if you do the bosses in a specific order, it causes the final boss to move in a way that benefits us significantly. We don't know why.
Yes. So on
It
this
is just, in fact, manipulation.
on this run through, it's basically the fastest way to get between them. And then we will go and do another run through. I'm just going to go get this health because why not? It takes like 2 seconds. And then we will do the bosses in the same order when we're fighting the final boss. Spoilers, there's another boss. And we save... It's... For context, when first running this game, we used to die all the time to the final boss, to the point that... in like an early marathon race that I did with Eldritch Wolfie, I died like 3 times to the boss because it was just, it's so hard. And then we found this order to go in that like kind of manipulates the boss's attacks and the direction they attack and makes them really easy to dodge. And like, knock on wood, let's not jinx it, but I haven't died to the boss in a run since.
Shout out to the slime tutorial and soap cutting again.
Yeah.
Which is actually
interesting.
thousands of individual photos.
I was just going to say, interesting fact we learned from Carson, the dev, who was on our couch last week. I asked why those are photos and not videos, and apparently Game Maker will not let you play 2 videos simultaneously.
Really?
So they had to be slideshows because of the limitations of the engine.
All right, then.
Because he was like, yeah, we weren't going to change the joke. Like, we have a little manip that we can do here. So if you remember last time on this fight, there were a bunch of ads that spawned. The first time we do this fight, sorry, I'm waiting for an audio cue. There it is. We wanted those ads to spawn the first time because we were farming souls at that point. But now, if we just scroll the screen down, the top half of enemies just don't spawn.
They just forget to show
Oh,
up.
I didn't want to get hit there.
Rip.
Bagged milk. So the bagged milk, when you get hit, the bagged milk explodes and the milk goes everywhere and does damage everywhere it touches. A little thing on the screen says sorry. We did want to have the bagged milk for when we were actually hitting the candy apple because of the chance that it, of course, hits candy apple and we get a slightly
It's a very
faster
fast kill. Very fast kill if it works. The annoying thing is when you do remember to save it and you do the damage, but none of the milk falls on the boss. So, like, you do it right, but you don't get the quick kill because it is RNG where the milk falls. Yeah, so this is the final boss. As is tradition now in Turnip Boy games, we would have to go to space and fight basically a demigod.
Yeah.
Nope. It's a lot
Perfectly logical progression.
Yeah. And we have the money gun now.
Yeah, the money gun is just a really easy way for us to clear stuff out, clear all this debris out of the way. So this is the one phase of this boss where we are probably going to take a lot of damage because we are moving in the direction that the boss is, essentially. But now, since we're moving toward the boss through the rest of them, it's very easy to dodge attacks.
Because the boss has to catch up anyway, so we're kind of always moving ahead of where it wants to align, and it's great.
Yeah, it's so nice. Compared to when this boss fight used to be like, you know, just pray you don't die because that's run dead after you did everything else already. Also, fun fact I learned fairly recently, apparently you can just use Hatsune Miku's, like, software. And so this song is, in fact, sung by Hatsune Miku.
Yes.
Shout out to Hatsune Miku in chat.
Right.
Let's go, Miku. So yeah, the boss fight music is Miku, who I believe made an appearance in the Half-Life 2 run at GDQ, in fact.
Yes.
All right, and time is coming up when Dilatini crashes the bus that's not a bus into time. Yeah, so we realize we can't defeat the monster, so Dilatini makes a brave sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
I just like the out of context crashes the bus into time.
Kind of.
Honestly, yes.
I believe it. You could sell me that. 100%.
And then we get a cute little song over our credits. And yeah, that's Turnip Boy Robs a Bank. Any percent. If you want to check out this game, you should. There is a ton of content that we don't do in this. Like, right now, I'm grinding for a sub 20 in any percent, and 100% record is like an hour and 10 minutes. So there's a lot of content to check out if you play this casually and go through all the side quests. And it's all really funny and really charming. The devs are great folks who deserve your support. And as far as I know, the game's still on sale right now. So you should check it out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, friends, you are not done with Happy by 3 and JPEG. So
No.
For better or for worse.
Absolutely not.
That's a threat and a promise.
what is definitely neither a threat. No, it's kind of a promise. I don't know. Words are hard. It's Tuesday. But anywho, just want to give a quick reminder before I send you off to a hydration break that your subs, your Prime Gaming subs, your gift subs, and your bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help support Games Done Quick Hotfix and shows like this one. So remember, if you enjoy watching these speedruns, you should consider subscribing to the channel. Anywho, I need all of you friends to stand up, stretch, hydrate, and get those golf clap chat emotes ready to go, because we're going to go from Turnip Boy robbing a bank to some wrong only and golf it. So stay tuned and we'll be back with some more friends. Hello friends and welcome back to some more Express Lane. We are doing an awesome GDQ run back, but before I jump over to that really quickly, I just have to remind you that GDQ is actually heading to PAX West. The schedule will be released July 14th, which is coming up. We use !PAX, it's PAX in Twitch chat if you want some more info. Next up, as a member of the Silly Block crew, I couldn't have a run back without some fantastic, well, it's not really Silly Block, it was more of, I guess, the ball block. Yeah, this is golf it wrong hole only. Make your jokes as you lie, friends. Let's hear it. That means y'all.
Oh. Okay. Hello. We were frozen trying not to laugh. Hello.
That is exactly what happened.
Good golly gosh. Like, okay, hello. I'm JPEG. This is gonna be wrong hole only race, or re-race. Happy by 3 is of course gonna be doing commentary. I regret to inform you that since we are from home, you're not going to see any golf-clothed shenanigans, but don't you worry. Don't.
The shenanigans are coming from inside the house.
Yes.
Fran, That's right, everybody. It's a salty run back. Tuesday. Check your pace for the whole sea, but you'll only need the edge.
Are y'all not still dressed in your golf outfits? I've been wearing them since.
Sweetie, take a shower.
I thought that's what we agreed on.
Were you
It's
watching
been
you
5
and your
days.
clothes?
Wait,
Were you in the bathtub watching you and your
Yes.
clothes?
but before we start, I just want to make sure,
Yeah.
JPEG, is your monitor turned on?
My monitor is turned on, and
let's
Gondor
go.
is several floors away, so he can't touch it. But yeah, obviously, like I said, this will determine if Gondor is able to live with me anymore or not.
Woo!
I'm crying.
It's gonna be lovely. So yeah, if we want to get started, the first couple holes are some of the harder ones, so we can
Yes.
jump in and then I can explain kind of the core concepts while they survive the first few holes.
Yes.
And since there's 3 of you, I can count y'all down so you can all start at the same time. Is everyone's settings good?
Yep.
Yep. Double check.
I guess
Double
so.
checking. Enabling jumping and allowing golf clubs are both turned on.
Allowing golf clubs.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very important.
We'll get to that.
It is important.
All right, so click start in 3, 2, 1. Golf. Yeah, so allowing golf clubs. Normally this is a mini golf game, so you would only use a putter. By clicking allow golf clubs, they can also use a wedge and a driver, which they will do to get over to this hole number 2. Essentially, wrong hole only is possible because of the fact that if you get the ball into a hole, the game will move you on to the next tee. It does not care which hole, just a hole gets you into the tee. Ooh, that was a really nice
That
one
was
from
clean.
JPEG. Feels good when it just goes right in. Nothing but net. Oh my God, Gondor, you're not
Sorry.
allowed to win. Stop
Sorry.
it.
Is he on 3?
He's on 4.
You little.
Did you not read the meme that I
you
made
not-
for this? It says you're not allowed to win.
Yeah,
He
There
didn't
was
read the meme. He doesn't have Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm
So
stuck on 2 because I'm bullying him.
essentially, as long as you get it in one of the holes on the map, the game will count it and send you to the next tee. And therefore, we can play 18 holes of golf and never land in the correct intended hole. The problem is, if your ball lands on the green of another hole, it will reset you to where you started that shot from. So on some holes, they will go right from where the tee starts, because sometimes that's a good setup because you default to that location, so it's really reliable. Let's go hole in one.
That was nice.
Hole
Let's
in
go
one
bingo.
on a notoriously difficult one.
Oh no.
So
wrong button.
Yeah.
Wrong button. Hit it like 3 more times. Thanks.
I hit R.
Yeah, R will
Yeah, keep
reset
hitting
you.
R.
R will reset you to the tee, and as you can see on this particular hole, Gondor is putting and for a setup. Oh, that was nice. Putting for a setup and then wedging over to the next hole. Are you about to get this in one again? Oh, thank God! I was
Don't
about to
you
be so
dare.
angry. If you got 7 first try, both races, I was about to fly down there and unplug your computer.
JPEG, if you stop moving for a few minutes and then suddenly Gondor complains that he can't see, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Just
you
go
all
and plug
have
his monitor.
eyes. Chat, look at me. Look at me. Look at my screen, not my eyes. I don't have eyes for you to look at, but none of you saw this. I was busy. Thanks.
Thanks.
Calculating the
Thanks for being cool.
shot.
Actually, don't look at my screen. I'm not doing good enough for you to look at my screen. Thanks. Bye.
Here.
So the other setting they enabled was allow jumping, which you'll notice sometimes, like in the middle of a shot, the ball will just sort of like boop upwards.
Nice.
That allows them to kind of control the momentum a little more, but it's not super reliable because your momentum also changes based on your camera angle.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's a combination of how hard they actually hit the ball, plus the camera angle, plus jumping, and the jump will change your momentum differently depending on like if you're in the if you're moving up or moving down, like where you are at in the arc will change how the jump influences the ball. So there's a lot of factors to consider in trying to get the ball to go where you want. All multiplied by the fact that, again, we are hitting these into unintended locations.
Yep.
Quick side note.
By the way, if you bounce out of any of these, the game, like, it's actually a worse time loss than anything because the game will, like, wait to see if you're in the hole for a minute and then it won't let you reset the shot for a minute. So bouncing out is actually, like, the most crushing thing that can happen.
I just want
You will notice there are like, oh, sorry. That's all you, Oscar.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out a comment in chat that I'm kind of like hard clenching the side of my chair for. It's like somebody mentioned, oh, Gondor Tower Guard. I misread that as Gondor to Wereguard and was excited about the headcanon of Gondor coordinating with werewolves.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my
Like,
god!
Gondor's like,
Awesome.
wait, let him cook.
I'm like,
Change your username now.
You don't even have to change
your
it. Just
golf
pronounce it
Change
different.
that, okay. In total honesty, that would be if Gondor allied with Sauron. Before
Don't
the
get him
werewolves.
started. Do not get actually, you know what? Do get him started. Ask him about the
here,
entire
No, let's do this.
history.
Yeah, Gondor, please stop paying
Yeah,
attention
you
to golf and start telling us how Sauron's a werewolf.
Here,
Hey, Gondor,
I mean,
what about the Eagles?
he's-
Explain the Eagles. Explain the Eagles.
Tell me about the Eagles.
Well, what do you want to know about
Why
the
didn't
Eagles?
they just ride the Eagles to Mount Doom? That would have been so easy.
Why is
There
a
are,
man
like, a
with
million
an IPA
reasons why.
asking this question?
Checkmate. Checkmate, J.R.R. Tolkien. Am I
I'm
right?
gonna jump in with a single like 2-name chaotic energy here. First off, shout out to a tea tree because love
go,
this
tea tree.
person.
Yes.
I just like learned today or last week I learned that it's also Ada tree. I had never
Yes.
seen that until somebody mentioned that and I was done. I'm like, wow, I just did not see. Okay, I'm just gonna.
JPEG is currently on the setup of hole 12 that makes me angriest every time I do it because you'll notice you're like 2 inches away
know
from
one.
12 and the temptation to just put it in and be done with it is
It's
so
very
strong.
Oh,
You're like,
I'm
man.
That setup on the hole that killed me last time. All right, let's try this again. This is the one.
Yeah, the one
Once I got
Gondor
it-
just did is deceptively difficult. It looks like it should be easy because it's kind of like a large cup on that ramp, but it's actually really, really hard.
Yeah.
All right, and Gondor with the Condor is now moving on to Graveyard.
I'm unplugging my computer right now. I'm gone.
Kevin is actually getting on a plane.
Gondor's looking at Airbnb right now.
Multitasking.
Yeah.
Gondor is now on the second map, Graveyard, which
Gross.
the rule of Graveyard is if you're not sure where to hit the ball, the answer is the funnel.
The funnel.
That's right.
There's this huge funnel, which I believe is hole 7 is the actual hole that it's the intended hole for. But you can basically reach the funnel from anywhere else because the whole map spawns anywhere you are. And so most of Graveyard is about lining up with the funnel, yeeting the ball over to the funnel, and then watching it go in. The two problems with this are, one, there are several fake holes on the funnel. And if it goes in a fake hole, that doesn't count. Because remember, a fake hole is not the same as a wrong hole. And two, because of the nature of the funnel and like the angle of it, if you get it near the top of the funnel, it can take a really long time to roll down to the center, which is infuriating because you know it's going to go in. So you want to leave it because you're like, okay, this is safe, but it takes a really long time. So from a speedrunning perspective, it's like, do I shoot again and risk missing? Or do I just sit here and watch it slowly roll to the center, which is safe, but really slow?
Yeah,
Mostly
that's
safe.
Why, that's why you'll see
Safe except when it's not.
JPEG and Blonde Kayvon do a couple of other shots for Graveyard instead of going to the funnel. I just enjoy
That was a
shooting
frustrating one.
everything into the funnel.
Yeehaw. Okay. I'm angry.
Everything goes into the funnel, except, of course, for the fun hole, which would be hole number 7, which can't go into the funnel because, again, funnel is the intended location for 7. So that would be a right hole,
Hey, check out the
which you
butterflies
can't do
that
in
have
wrong
collision.
hole only.
Yeah,
Oh,
right?
yes. These butterflies between 18 and 17 do have hit boxes. They can throw off your shot.
Yes.
Of course.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Did
JPEG
you see
unlocked
what
a new
prize I
item.
just got? I got the best item. You wear that as a hat.
Yes.
Ooh. That, if you happened...
And then I immediately bad hold. I'm gonna.
If you happened to be watching Kayvon on that last shot, that is like the optimal funnel shot. Like you want it to go right next to the hole and then just bounce back in. No time wasted rolling around the funnel. Like, beautiful.
Thank you. That's the first compliment I've gotten, and that's the first compliment I've deserved. So I feel really great that we're at this place in the run.
So what you wouldn't, what you could tell is that generally the way this works is that Graveyard is really good for Gondor. Pirates is really good for Kevin. I am not good at Grassland. Don't look at me. We're not the same.
You would think this means the third and final map belongs to me, but no.
No.
That just has I'm happy to be here energy.
I am
Yeah, so
absolutely
true.
happy to be here. I'm funny.
You want to talk about last time you got a PB?
Oh my god. Okay, so
Ooh, that was a great shot though, Jay.
thank you.
That was it.
So one of the last times I got a PB, not the practice room PB at GDQ, which was truly the mark of my demise, but more than the screen turning off, it was getting the practice room PB. But before that, there was a time I got a PB, and it was like 20. It was whatever is on my like GDQ like golf bio tweet. I was so excited to get that. I was like, oh my god, like 20 minutes.
Yo, let's go hole in one on 7.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then Condor goes, oh, I should time myself. I haven't done that in a little while. I've just been playing. And then less than 24 hours later, it's like, hey, I got 17 minutes.
Yeah.
Cry.
Like 17.
Ooh. Gondor giving us a perfect example of what I was talking about earlier about like, you don't want to stop because it's going to go in, but it's going to take a really long time to get there.
Yeah.
Cool, can you do that a while more? Actually reset before you get there, thanks.
Have you considered doing that several more times?
Yeah.
Did you know
Have
you
you
could speed
considered
up?
What?
accidentally...
I'm
have
sorry,
you considered
what?
accidentally hitting V?
That was a spam of jump to get through that.
Did you know
What?
Alt F4 is like a fantastic way to like cheat the game?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'll have to try that.
Alt F4 gives you full trim rune armor.
Oh, nice.
Alt F4 gets you an eagle to fly on.
So
Oh, then I will
true.
definitely not be using it.
Why not?
Oh my god.
Imagine how much
Because-
better the book would have been.
Imagine how much shorter the book would have been. Oop, let me
Yeah.
just sail
Yeah,
That's what I
right
said.
over that.
Better.
I mean, it would have just turned into Sauron now has the ring.
Yeah. As a Brandy Sandy Fandy, there's nothing I like more than a short book.
I can't breathe.
Is this where I admit that my first and only exposure to Sauron was in Lego Batman?
Oh,
This is
That
not
is
a
a-
bit.
that is a great place to be exposed to Sauron.
Oh my god.
Because that movie.
I didn't know Sauron was in Lego Batman.
Oh,
He is.
He is,
It's
and
great.
it's awesome.
Oh my god, Kevin, that nearly killed me.
Every time someone says Sauron, I'm like, oh, from Lego Batman.
This
My
is
favorite
why we're
character
here.
is Lego Batman.
This is why we're here. Actually, everybody.
I have not,
It's
not one
certainly not 'cause of
single
me.
time.
Bounce
Oh,
out.
god, that feels bad. Not one single time have I played this, or frankly any other game with these three people, and not laughed so hard that I nearly died choking.
We're pretty good at that.
So
Please, the wood also.
I'm so sorry.
graveyard.
I'm gonna say this, but Gondor is now on pirates.
Of course he is.
Arr,
And so-
I'm so mad.
Similar to how
Arg.
similar to how we're always shooting.
and wait for a while.
Just wait right at the
Just
end.
be cool.
Just be
Just be
Be
cool.
a friend.
chill. Just be
That's all I'm
chill.
asking.
Just be a mecha Chad.
Yeah, just be Mecha Chan. Do some soap cutting or something.
Oh, thank God, I'm off hole 13.
Similar to how
Fighting for my life
in
over
Graveyard
here,
we're almost
bestie.
always shooting for funnel. In Pirates we're almost always shooting for these cannons. Once you have the cannon lined up, it will
Sorry.
stay lined up. So as long as you just don't nudge your mouse once you're in the cannon, you can just click through and it will always go in the hole. So a lot of these holes are just how can we get to the cannon, click twice, and there we go. Thank you for the perfect timing on that, Gondor.
Yeah, right?
Showing
Gondor-
everyone as I was
Gondor-
talking about it.
Gondor, have you considered moving your mouse?
Have you considered?
Oh,
it is
Have you considered turning your screen off?
Infuriating if you accidentally get the cannon off center because you so confidently click twice and then the ball just doesn't go where it's supposed to go.
Oh, yeah, you mean
Hot
that's
Pot
what
saves
happened to
the
me at
zoo.
Multithon? Hot Pot
Yes.
saves the zoo? Oh, don't you dare. That's where you are?
Yeah, he's on putt putt.
Ew.
Oh.
Ew.
Gondor's
I
about
don't
to
even-
world record this,
I'm gonna unplug
which is
my
to say
monitor.
get a PB.
So JPEG's looking for a new roommate, and Gondor's looking for a new place to live. If anyone's interested,
Is this the wrong time for me to ask JPEG if we want to do a two-person race next time we run this somewhere?
The first time I met Gondor was my freshman year of college, and the last time I met Gondor is going to be today on Hotfix.
look,
Gondor's actually cheating. He drank too much Red Bull.
look.
As
Some
we
people,
know.
some people like to bring others together. I like everyone going feral and tearing things apart. It's fine.
You're doing
Well,
such
you
a great
picked the
job.
right four people.
Oh,
If your goal was feral, let me tell you, you picked the right team.
there we go.
Look. This is silly block. This is my people.
Yes.
We're naturally feral and unhinged.
Yeah. Oh,
It's our 1 a.m.
So
energy.
funny.
Oh!
Gondor
That
missed
looked so good, and then it just didn't go.
Everyone,
Yeah.
put clap in chat. Gondor missed a shot.
Let's go.
Let's go! Bingo!
Let's go, bingo.
Please get me a graveyard with its cheeky, adorable music.
The music in this game makes you extra angry because it's so like peppy and
delightful.
nice and quirky and delightful, and you're just furious.
Stroke right now.
Yeah, and it's a good thing they changed the music for Graveyard when they did the 1.0 update. Oh, this is also the hole that started everything.
Oh yeah,
Hole
this
that
is the hole
started it
where
all.
we discovered that you can hit it into the wrong hole, and then we're like, what if we did that the whole time?
What if we did that for 18 holes? And then we tested
Times
it
3.
with
Times
we
3.
tested it with all the base maps, basically. And these were the ones that were the most reasonable. The other ones had some issues. But Gondor, why don't you, because you're going to be finishing things out soon, why don't you just go try on Jade Garden for a while?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah, show the people what Jade Garden wrong hole looks like.
Jade Garden right hole is miserable, so wrong
That's
hole is
fair.
extra miserable.
We did have like just a fun time a while ago where I decided I was going to try to hit all of Jade Garden, but from the start.
Oh,
And
Yes.
that was
God.
unhinged.
Like first tee only.
Yep, from the tee.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We
Are
can't.
you
play this
okay?
game normal. We cannot.
No.
Are you okay?
physically- Okay, great line.
Gondor is in many ways the like human
A
embodiment
sicko?
of the your scientists were so concerned with whether or not they could.
They didn't stop to think that they should.
Yes. Like
Fair.
and as somebody who
Please.
runs games that are not good for speedrunning and are way too long and not good speed games, like I get it.
I like.
I'm
that you
not
just really
judging.
Quietly, like coughed out good speed games there.
Yeah, like I run Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. It's a bad speed game. I love it.
The quiet man.
All right.
I rest my case.
Uh-huh.
I'm on 18.
Liar.
Monster.
I'm
And
on.
time.
Oh God.
I'm
What was
on
Gondor's time there?
disgusted with you.
I will tell you that in just a second.
Grotesque. I mean, I'm
We're
not
gonna-
having a good run right now, but we're not going to talk about that because, again, listen, I'm hot and funny, and that's what matters.
God, I feel you.
Gondor, your time was 18 minutes, 30 seconds.
Get
So that
off the
was-
computer.
That was slower than our SGDQ run.
It is.
Wow.
Because I even think, Kevin, were you like 18, 20?
I was 20 seconds after you
Yeah.
on the
And I
GDQ
think-
stage.
Yeah, so that was pretty close.
All right,
you about to be
Gondor,
20
you want to jump in,
seconds
Jade
And
out?
a run
Garden?
Right
hit
now?
time. Wait, I lied. Now I'm getting time.
Nope, there it is. Time.
Gross. I have 8 more holes. Are you kidding me? This is worse than last time. I don't even have an excuse. You know
I
what?
do.
I'm going to start claiming that it's because I was doing other stuff
Yeah.
before this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna
So-
say is shout out to
Gondor-
horses. Shout out to horses.
Shout out to
As you
Gondor.
can see- As you can see by Gondor sort of looking around, the first reason Jade Temple is bad for wrong hole is because you can't really see any other holes from the tee because there's so much set dressing that you're sort of like, well, I know there are other holes somewhere.
Yeah, they exist. Whether or not I can get to them is a different story.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there's one.
Oh,
We do
Wow.
have
That was
we do
really
have other
close.
ways of playing this game as well because again we can't play it normally anymore. Namely a par challenge, which is where you have to hit
Oh.
par on every single hole,
Yep.
but by the end your score has to equal par. So say if you go 1 over, you got to get the next one like 1 under. However you want to make up your points. And that also leads us to end friendships because you can sabotage your friends by turning on collision and hitting their ball.
Yeah.
It's domestic
awesome.
par challenge.
it is an option to play golf it in a lobby where your balls have collision with each other.
Yes, and
Yes.
that is definitely the best way to play.
We considered making that a incentive for GDQ. The problem was that it would make it so that it wasn't really a race until the last hole.
Yeah, because it won't let you move on until.
Yes, until everybody's
Yeah,
done.
everyone has to finish.
That being said, it would have been really funny.
Yes.
I'd say, JPEG, in chat, people are rooting for your hot and funny wrong hole energy.
Let's go.
That is the energy that I bring
Yes.
to the
Hot
table.
and funny wrong hole energy.
I 100% added the
That's my
wrong hole.
favorite Chapel Roan song.
Okay,
was
I
so
need to
good.
complain about this hole for a while because I'm
Complaining
not
works.
usually this bad at this one.
Complaining works.
Oh my god!
Complaining
Look.
works? Complaining works? Complaining works.
Yeah.
every
Shout out to
time.
complaining. Yes.
Yeah, shout out to complaining.
Also,
Oh.
somebody,
It really is
somebody
astonishing how often you'll be like failing, and you're like, God, I hate this game, and then the next one goes in.
Yep.
just put in chat. I once saw 70.
And
Eh?
time.
Yeah. So, somebody in chat just saw. I once saw 70 plus players in a lobby with collision on.
Oh
That
god.
sounds amazing.
Let's do it.
Yes!
Invite me next time. I want to try this.
Right. Oh, that was amazing.
Same result, baby, but funnier. Oh my god. How am I supposed to look him in the eye?
Oh, I got one.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Gondor got one of Jade Temple.
Oh,
Cheese,
Is this what
cheese.
is this what you wanted on your show?
Always.
Okay.
Have you seen the library of things I put into speedruns?
Yes. It's so
This is
golf it is a
fantastic.
friend ruiner. Yes.
Yes, it
Uh.
is.
Goodness. Okay.
But GG's to all of you. Where can everyone find you and this wonderful chaos? And what else are y'all doing aside from kicking Gondor out of
Yes.
his place of habitation?
Exactly. If you want to catch me in the next few weeks, I will be hosting during the Binary Breakers barbecue that is this weekend on the 13th. I will be there. I will be in the Lady Arcader Super Showcase, which is coming up in a couple weeks, running Contradiction Spot the Liar with some extra bonus shenanigans that
I'm so excited.
So
Have
excited for that
not-
run.
you'll want to see that one. That's all I'm going to say. It is requiring some additional preparation that is not speedrun related because I love a bit. And then I will be hosting on Fatales as well after that. So those are the three primary
Yeah.
places, plus hanging out in the other two streams and bothering them.
Great.
I almost spit on
I
ice
can go next. You can catch me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/BlancKVon. I often play games with friends on there, basically exclusively. So you can catch me and JPEG, not Gondor, pretty much every Wednesday-ish streaming. I guess we'll see if Gondor will be allowed to be there or not. And I think that's about it.
All right. I guess as the heel to this whole thing.
Your ball is staring menacingly at the camera. I'm just going to throw that out there.
It's just staring.
True.
Menacingly!
Intimidating.
So I am Gondor Tower Guard. You can find me on Twitch under the same name. I am going to be starting a casual playthrough of the brand new version of Riven, the sequel to Mist, on Friday. And then I will hopefully be learning how to speedrun that so that I can do the new Mist and the new Riven back to back.
Woo!
Yeah,
Nice, nice.
There are no golf balls involved in this.
And
there are
our,
no golf balls involved.
Okay. What did I call you at GDQ Happy? My saturated.
An oversaturated treasure.
Yes, oversaturated treasure.
I'm adding it to the top of my resume.
Happy, where can they find you?
I am oversaturated treasure Happy by 3. I didn't do this after my run, so I'll do it now. You can find me on Twitch at Happy by 3. I will hopefully be streaming somewhat more consistently soon because I finally have a job in consistent hours.
GG.
Yeah, thanks. GG job percent. I run all kinds of stuff from indie games to JRPGs to bad games, whatever you want. It's probably there. I will also be hosting for the Binary Breakers barbecue this weekend, as well as running Turnip Boy for the barbecue. And if you play a cooperative speedrun or a fighting game or have a friend you like to compete with in a speed game or anything else,
wouldn't know anything about that.
You should submit to Multithon Rivals. It's the marathon that I run, and JPEG is our host lead, and we focus on cooperative games. And for our fall Rivals event, we focus on races and improving each other through competition. So yeah, check that out and submit and come hang out and volunteer.
This was our backdoor pilot for Multithon Rivals.
Yes.
This is basically the energy of Multithon Rivals. Was golf it.
I prefer to call it Multithon Enemies to Lovers, but that's a little bit of a longer name.
Would that be golf at right hole only? Because this seems like lovers to enemies.
Right hole collision would be hang on.
Don't say that.
Oh no.
Hold on, let her cook.
Dick Kevin's like, don't. All right,
No,
we've
no,
taken
no.
too much of the time on this
Yes.
show about doing things quickly. So
Again, everybody, give GG's once more to our wonderful JPEG, our wonderful blonde Kayvon, and our wonderful, I'm going to say it wrong because I can, Gondor to Wereguard, where Gondor is going to be teaching werewolves how to do stuff. But all right, all right, friends, I'm done. But everyone, stand up, take a nice big hydration break, and we will be right back, switching gears with some Levelhead. So sit tight and... Hello, friends, and welcome back to some more Express Lane. We are doing a GDQ run back from the previous week with some amazing runs. Before we get to our next run, I just want to remind you that, you know what, you should actually head over to the GDQ official Discord and add the hotfix roll. That way you can keep tabs on upcoming events, talk with staff and showrunners like myself, and more. All you have to do is use !Discord in Twitch chat if you want some more info on that. Also, what you should also do, that's also twice, that sounds kind of weird. Anyway, you should head over to gamesdonequick.com/hotfix if you want some more info on our weekly shows like this one and any weekend specials. We have some amazing shows that you should check out. They all have their own different unique themes. Like mine, 60 minutes or less, we're all good to go. With that, you're heading on to our next run, which is this super cool, amazing run by Illegally Sam. It is Levelhead. So, Sam, take it away.
All right. Hello, everybody. I'm Illegally Sam, and this is Levelhead. I'm going to be doing Levelhead any percent, which requires beating the 62 levels in the campaign that will take you straight to the credits, and you don't have to do any of the extra ones. For anybody who's not seen Levelhead before, you know, it's an indie 2D platformer. I can demonstrate what you do with the Levelhead plushies I have here if I can. You know, you control GR18 here, you run along, you jump, do all that stuff. But in order to beat each level, you have to grab the package like that. And you can, you know, once you have GR18 and the package together, you can just go straight to the goal and finish the level.
I love this so much.
I have these plushies. I need an excuse to show them off, so.
100%. Even if you're not playing Levelheads, like, I just pull up the plushies, you're good.
Fair enough. But yeah, that's basically the gist of what I'm going to be doing here. I'll obviously be going more into detail as we go along, but I think we can just go ahead and get started. So time starts when I enter the first level here, and so I'll give a quick countdown. So let's start time in 3, 2, 1. Let's get started.
Good luck.
Thank you. All right, so yeah, like I said, you know, control GR18, You run, you jump, all the 2D platformer staples. But the thing that does set this game apart is this package here. Oop. All right, there we go. Just pretend I did that first try.
100% first try.
Yes. So what I did right there is what is known as a super jump. So what a super jump is the package, you need it to get to the end of every level, normal platforming stuff, but, you can also jump off of the package, so slightly less normal platforming stuff, jumping off of a box. You never do that in games usually. But the interesting thing about the package is, in addition to just being able to jump off of it on the ground, you can also jump off of it in midair. And so by throwing the package up and then jumping off of it and re-grabbing it, that is a super jump. And that's basically, if you have the package, you can basically do a double jump wherever you want. And there's a few variations of it. You can do it from a standstill, you can do it while running, you can do it diagonally, and you can also bank it off of the ceiling to do a ceiling super jump. So there's a whole bunch of variations. There's also many, many more that you will not be seeing in this run because they are so niche they don't even come up in the campaign. But this package is going to be the key to getting through all these levels as quickly as possible.
Not gonna lie, what I love so much is just how happy the character looks the entire time. It is the cutest thing ever.
Oh, yeah. Because who isn't happy to be delivering packages?
Right?
But speaking of delivering packages, at the end of every level, you got the goal, kind of like a Mario flagpole, where like the higher up you are on the goal, the more points you get. So, just like real delivery drivers, you're incentivized to dunk the package down from as high up as possible. But the thing is, getting more points in this case is bad because the higher up you dunk, the longer the animation is at the end of every level. And so a maximum dunk takes about a full second longer than a minimum dunk. And so whenever possible, I'm going to be trying to be getting as close down to the bottom of the goal as possible. So there's multiple levels where you'll see me going directly out of my way simply because it is slightly faster. All right. Whoop. All right, this is a shell jump. If you've ever seen any Kaizo Mario, you've seen a shell jump before, even though it's a little different in this game, but the gist is the same. Where those little green dudes are scrubs. When you kill them, they drop shells, and you can use those shells for various things. There we go. All right. So, what I did right there was a package hop, where when you throw an object down, it kicks you up a little bit and gives you a little bit of height. And so you can technically chain that infinitely with any object that you can re-grab. But right there, I did it with the package to make it so that I didn't land on the spikes and didn't lose my momentum. All right, this level, just do a simple super jump, and you can skip that entire left side of the level. Nothing too crazy.
Oh, wow.
All right, grab that checkpoint for safety, because during my GDQ run, I did die there. So I'm not about to do that again. I do not want to repeat any unnecessary deaths. All of my unnecessary deaths will be new ones, I swear.
That is a mood right there.
All right. So yeah, this level is a fun one because it shows off very, very well that you can just go off the sides of the map and off the top of the map. Because the cameras in this game are, the camera borders are a bit of a suggestion. Because you can kind of go off the top of the map as far as you want. You can go off the sides of the map by a couple tiles. It does kill you if you go too far off the sides, and you can even go off the bottom of the map a little bit, but gravity exists, so good luck getting back.
So yeah. That's not even like a glitch or anything. That's just straight up.
Yeah, that's cool. That is just how the game works. Yeah, you will be seeing pretty much no glitches in this entire run. Everything is either intended game mechanics or the game mechanics working as intended. It's just the interactions are unintended.
Oh, weird.
There are glitches in this game, but they're few and far between and very rarely useful.
Actually, really cool.
Like that right there. If you if you drop an item, it bounces up a little bit, and you can still land on it and get a little bit of extra height. And it's faster than doing any other form of jumping off the box. if you only need like an extra tile or so.
Oh, nice.
All right. I figure like this is as good a time as any to also explain how sprint works in this game, because like most 2D platformers, you can run and then you can run faster. The way you get sprint in this game is you run straight forward in a uninterrupted line for about 7 tiles, and then it gives you sprint. The way sprint affects gameplay is it makes you run faster. In a speedrun, running faster is generally useful. It might be a crazy concept. But there is actually a second part of sprint that is arguably more useful and is very, very obvious with this level, is because this is a jump that you can't normally make, but you can with sprint, because having sprint gives you an extra tile of jump height. So yeah, while obviously going faster is good, the actual most important part of sprint is the fact you can make jumps that you wouldn't be able to otherwise. So that is going to be very, very useful everywhere. You can't have a platform without some power-ups, and this level shows that off perfectly, because this is the first power-up. This is the tiptoe. The best way to describe tiptoe is it's if you took a watermelon and made it Spider-Man. Yes, because this is the wall jump power-up. It lets you climb on walls and jump off of them. It also lets you cling to ceilings, and for good measure, you can also turn to a bush, because why wouldn't you want to turn to a bush?
I mean, that's just like everyone's dream right there. 100%.
Exactly. The bush, aside from, being cool and being a bush, it also lets you go through enemies without taking damage, so it does have some utility. Oh, this guy decided to say hi to me down here. That's unfortunate. He's kind of in the way. Yeah, like he only pops down there like occasionally, but every time he does, he's just completely in the way. All right. But yeah, there's also some other things on the overworld that you might be seeing, like this vendor here. What happens with vendors is they give you icons for your profile, and also let you choose icons for your levels, because this is a 2D platformer, but in addition to the 93 level campaign, it also has a level editor, because this is kind of like an indie Mario Maker kind of a game, because it has a very, very robust level editor, and you can make those levels and share them and play other people's levels. And that is the main draw of this game.
That's cool.
So those vendors give you icons to customize your profile and pick icons to represent your levels. But obviously, I'm not going to be customizing anything. I just need to get through them because they're in the way.
I saw the blobfish in the title. There was a comment earlier in the chat that gave you some good luck and said, "Don't you dare touch or hurt blobfish."
Unfortunately, I am required to on many levels, but there are also many other ones where I am not required to, like those where I just push through them. But yeah, if anybody did not see my GDQ run, I did have a bid war for a very specific blobfish at the end of the run, and whether or not we kill him or not.
Just head over to youtube.com/gamesdonequick to find out what happened, chat. After this, just watch this run, then.
Yeah, watch this run, and then watch another run of this game, also by me, and you get twice the level head.
Yeah.
Also, something else that is on the map is cutscenes. And unfortunately, we do skip all the cutscenes in this game. Some games, that's not that big a deal, but in this game, it is very unfortunate, because cutscenes in this game are very, very funny. They have a great sense of humor. And you can even get a little taste of that, because when you skip the cutscenes, the narrator, half the time he kind of chastises you, and half the time he agrees with you. So I'm coming up on a cutscene here. I will not talk over it, and you can hear what he says.
Listen close. I hate meetings too.
Yep. all of those cutscenes are very entertaining, because it's basically, it explains the lore of the game and all of the objects, but in a very, very humorous way that is very, very not serious.
Love it.
Because the gist of the actual lore of this game is GR18 is a delivery robot, and works for the Bureau of Shipping. And the Bureau of Shipping, it's trying to deliver your goods real good. That's their motto. All right, this level has some interesting tech where you can basically, by dropping through a platform and jumping the moment after you drop through it using coyote frames, you actually get twice the momentum from the platform, as opposed to just the momentum the platform normally gives you. It's like that's always a fun level because it's one of those levels where if I don't say anything, you won't even know I'm doing anything. But you go very, very fast when you utilize that correctly. It makes that level a lot of fun to go through.
Yeah, that looks super, super clean.
Yeah, like on that level, that tech saves about 4 seconds for what is half, like pretty much an auto scroller if you weren't doing that kind of stuff, so it's pretty good. All right, this level introduces the swoop-a-doop. It swoops and then it dupes. That is the actual lore. That is what they say in the cutscene.
It makes sense. Story checks out.
Yeah. But yeah, the gist is basically it's an enemy that locks onto you, and then it attacks you, and you can't hit it while it's like swooping towards you because it's it's got a drill on the front and it's spinning. So you got to wait for it to finish its attack. But the reason why they're notable is that they're one of like only enemies in the game. Like there's 2 enemies that have like quote unquote significant RNG, and it's one of them because the angle they swoop at is random within like a 15-degree cone. So most of the time it doesn't matter, but very rarely on a couple levels it does actually affect things. All right, but this here is kind of like a Zelda dungeon type level where you gotta go room to room, kill some enemies, solve some puzzles, and just get through the dungeon. But we're not doing that because scrub shells also hold down switches, and you can also use the kick jump from throwing things down to go around the corners of walls when you have tiptoe like that. And so we can just go up here way early and then skip the rest of the level.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, now we just got to go back and grab the package. And also, since we picked up armor, which gives us an extra hit, we can also do this. And just bounce off the fire.
All right.
Yeah, so armor in this game is very powerful because it lets you damage boost. And the reason why it's powerful is because when you take damage, you get launched in the opposite direction from the thing you got hit by, which means you can use it to get a lot of momentum very quickly. And so damage boosting is a speed strat in more ways than one. Oops, that's unfortunate. Yeah, the name of this level is very accurate. Time is hard. All right. Yeah, basically, like, this level is kind of, it's a cycle-based level, but it's kind of also one big motion because the cycles are so tight. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, if you get slightly off, then everything gets messed up and you're just either reset to the checkpoint or go slowly. But it's no fun to go slowly, so. All right. This next level is where the next power-up comes in. This level is going to feature the Zipper. The Zipper is a fun one because it's arguably the most broken power-up because it lets you teleport through walls. And I imagine it is pretty clear why that can be broken.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, so the way the Zipper works is it lets you teleport forward by about 4 tiles. Let me see if I can get this. There we go.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, we could just get on top of this level and zip straight to the ending.
Now, it doesn't, I'm assuming it doesn't let you teleport to a locked location, so like inside a wall, it has to be an open space.
Yeah, so the way it works is you teleport forward 4 tiles, and so as long as there is 3 or less tiles of wall in front of you, you can teleport. And if you teleport, quote-unquote, into a wall, it just puts you as far forward as you can. And there's also those black metallic blocks called lead blocks. You can't teleport through those. So those are the very limited restrictions. Because if any of those conditions are not met, you can just go wherever you want with it.
Makes sense.
And that is why it's the most broken power, because if you don't, if the walls of a level aren't properly blocked off, you can just go outside the map and zip straight to the goal. And you will absolutely be seeing that later. All right. Keep Up OK is a fun one, because this used to be one of the hardest levels in the run, and now it's just regularly difficult because of a strat change from... It's not new anymore, but I still like talking about the difference. Because by getting Sprint at the beginning there, you can get through this middle section just barely fast enough to make it to this platform. You normally can't ever make it to that platform there, and you have to either take the other platform or do a very difficult tiptoe strat, where you cling to the ceiling and then chain ceiling super jumps while clinging to the ceiling to stay clung to the ceiling, because it does run out after a while, which was a lot harder than just getting Sprint and running.
Makes sense.
But yeah, this level here is just, this is the cycle level. I say that because if you decide to play it risky and, you know, skip a checkpoint because you're trying to make a cycle, odds are you will proceed to pay for it, because you're going to die and have to go back like 3 checkpoints because you tried to play risky.
So that...
Which is why I don't like this level.
That rainbow-looking sphere that was around you when you were going over the spikes, is that like a shield or...
Yes, that is a D-bot. The D-bot is... Oops. And that's why you want to take the checkpoints. Is invincibility, where it does not make you like 100% invincible, because you can still like fall in pits and stuff, but it makes it so you're basically immune to all hazards while it's active. There's 2 types of invincibility in this game. There's that, and then there's the Electro Shield, which you'll be seeing like a decent amount later. But the Electro Shield makes it so that if you touch an enemy, you instantly kill them, but you're still vulnerable to hazards. So it's basically, together they both make you invincible to pretty much everything besides pits, but they do different things.
Gotcha.
But if an annoying cycle level wasn't enough, here we've got an auto-scroller. I do actually like this level, but...
Say, speedrunners' favorite levels are always auto-scrollers. What are you talking about?
This is actually I do actually like this level because it has a couple like really, really niche things to save time. Like there's because it's an auto-scroller and the zipper briefly freezes time whenever you zip. You know, the auto-scroller doesn't progress when you zip forward. And so there's one spot where you could use the zipper, but instead you use a different strat to skip using the zipper, because it doesn't prevents you from freezing the screen 1 extra time, which saves like a fraction of a second. But it's literally only relevant on this level, which I think is interesting. Yeah, and what I'm talking about is here. By instead of zipping into that wall there, you just jump up here and you save a tiny little bit amount of time.
Huh.
Yeah, that is the first of 2.5 auto-scrollers.
2.5, you say?
Yes, it will make sense later.
All right, I believe you.
All right, this level is Bomb Traveler, because we get to use bombs. Bombs are fun because they don't actually damage you, they do damage enemies, and they also send you flying.
Nice.
I am very glad that worked, because that is a very difficult level to do as quick as possible because of where that Swoopadoop is. Because you basically have to time your zip so that you zipped through the Swoopadoop while going Mach speed, and it is very tricky.
Does the size of the Swoopadoop matter? Or is it just kind of, we need a bigger Swoopadoop here, so let's make a bigger one?
So the way the sizes of the enemies work is, like in the level editor, you basically put a bunch of them in either a 2x2 or a 3x3 grid, and it does something called scale popping, where it just makes them bigger. And the bigger enemies have more health, and the bigger enemies also drop items. So
Gotcha.
kind of like how the scrubs always drop shells, The other enemy types only drop items if they're at least medium-sized.
Okay.
So there's 3 sizes of enemies, small, medium, large. And that will be relevant later because I will be using some enemy item drops in a little bit. Alright, this level has some tight cycles, but it's nothing too crazy. But it does have one of my favorite endings to a level, because damage boosting. Yeah, I didn't even get as much speed there as I could have, but I still got good amount of speed. Alright, this level, this is a brawler level because you just have to kill all the enemies as quickly as possible. And they actually learned from the existence of Zipper because they give Zipper, but at the exit there is a door that requires killing all of the enemies, and they put 4 of them, specifically so that you couldn't use the Zipper to go through them. But they also have a key door where you're supposed to grab that key in the top left, but they only put 1 key door, so you don't need the key.
Oh, well then.
So they did stop you from completely breaking level, but they didn't stop you entirely.
You can have this other route as a treat.
All right. Also, I opened the settings menu for a second there. That was not an accident, because when you open the settings menu while moving between levels, the game instantly puts you on top of the level that you're moving towards. And so anywhere where moving between levels takes more than like basically a second, you can save time by doing that instead.
Oh.
So there's 3 spots where that's relevant during the run, and across all 3 spots it saves like 4 seconds in total. So it's very minor, but it's basically free because you just pause the game.
And side note, as mentioned in chat, those of you watching this are like, I need to play this. It is currently 80% off on Steam right now, so you should check it out.
Yes, this game is currently $4 on Steam. It is also on Xbox, Switch, iOS, and Android if you're not a Steam person.
Nice. I'm always curious how these types of games translate to like iOS and Android.
It actually works better than you would expect, because first off, you know, you can always just connect a controller if you wanted to.
True.
But also, I've played with the touch controls. They're good for what they are.
Oh, that's nice.
All right. Fun fact about that level, that is the only level in the entire campaign where you're required to get all the gems. Where the gems are those little yellow crystals. Because the game does keep track of if you get all the gems in a level, and that is an aspect of the 100% run.
Gotcha.
Because you do have to get all the collectibles in that run. There's almost like 5,000 in this game.
Oh, that's a lot.
Also, I mentioned enemy item drops real quick, but this is an enemy item drop. This is the Pop Jaw medallion. You throw it, and then you teleport to it.
Oh. Oh.
You get to see it again, because I accidentally died. So if you blinked the first time, you get to see it.
Okay, that is cool.
Yeah, that is a very fun level because of that.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, the collectibles in this game, there are gems, there are bug pieces, and there are GR17s, which is the model before GR18. Obviously, I don't need any of them for an 90% run, but in a 100% run, you obviously have to get all of them. And the next power-up is the one I'm getting here. This is the Waylay. It punches. Oops.
Oh, it definitely punches.
Yep. The Waylay is the power-up that can get the most speed out of every power-up in the game. Because the way the Waylay works is if you punch on the ground, it punches horizontally. If you punch in midair, it punches diagonally. And if you're running on the ground with sprint and you use the Waylay to punch straight off the edge of a cliff, you just maintain all of that speed until you land. Which is what I did at the end of that previous level. Dang it. Okay. The Pop Jaws here are the other enemy in the game that has RNG that is somewhat noticeable, because how high up they pop after they teleport is RNG. And the beginning of this level is like the one spot where it's most noticeable, because either like the small one overlaps with the big one and it's really annoying to kill him, or he's just on his own. Also, this big one here, the switch detecting if he's alive only detects if he's in the arena, so we can just make him leave.
Oh, well, that's easy enough. So, like, I'm assuming there's no way you can manipulate the RNG. It's just what it is,
Yeah, it's just whatever you get, and you just deal with it. Because that's how 99% of modern games are.
Yeah, fair.
Dang it. Alright, I'm just gonna wait for the spring. Because I missed the super jump. Alright. There we go. Yeah, the Waylay is kind of intended as a combat power-up, but outside of like specific circumstances, it is almost always faster to just jump on the enemies normally. Because punching something causes you to get knockback in the other direction, and so if you don't want that, it is slower to be punching them. Yeah, this level featured bumpers. Bumpers kind of aren't the best. But they're not too bad, thankfully. Alright, this level is Battery Gauntlet. In a level called Battery Gauntlet, you would expect to have to get a bunch of batteries, deposit them, and you would like open a door or something like that. That would make sense most of the time. But they give us zipper, so we don't need any batteries besides the first one, because we can just kind of do that.
Well, that makes things a little easier.
So yeah, remember what I said earlier about not blocking off the walls of a map and giving you zipper?
Very much so.
Yes. Alright, this is Hollow Mountain Hike. Hollow Mountain Hike is kind of an infamous level because if you're first starting out speedrunning this game, this is one of the hardest levels in the run. And if you know what you're doing, it is still difficult, but it's not nearly as bad. But if you do make a mistake, it is very easy to lose a lot of time here because it's a vertical level. And if you fall down a vertical level, you have to just climb back up. And not only do you have to climb back up, you have to go up, go down, and then up again. Because you have to go get the batteries, deposit them, use them to get the package, and then go back up to make it to the goal.
Jeez.
And on top of that, it's got a bunch of moving platforms, which complicate things just a tad.
But moving platforms are the best. Please understand the sarcasm in my voice when I say that. Especially those small ones. Those just look rude.
Yeah, the one-tile platforms are definitely a little annoying because I have definitely fallen off of them at the end of attempts at that level before. Right, this one's a fun one, though, because this one uses some kind of jank damage boosting. Because the way it works off of these fire bars is a little weird, and it just gives you way more height than it's supposed to.
That? Whoa.
And yeah, you can just get on top of the map with it.
What?
And because the game gives you zipper, you could just, go back into the intended part of the level, skip a whole bunch of stuff, and then finish the level.
That is wild.
Okay, now that is one of my favorite things in the entire run. Because that level is normally over 50 seconds long, and the fastest it's ever been done is under 17 seconds.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately I didn't get it first try, but I got it quick enough that it's not really that big a deal. Because thankfully there is that checkpoint near the start of that level that makes it very, very easy to retry.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. I got way more speed there than I normally do, and that messed me up a little bit.
I will say I appreciate the amount of checkpoints I see, especially for people like first learning the game. So like they don't have to do a whole series of like super hard tricks. They can just get a trick, do the checkpoint, get a trick, or progress and get the checkpoint. Like I mad respect the devs for that.
Oh no, the checkpoints are great in this game because basically if you get a checkpoint, it's a save state of the level when you hit the checkpoint. And so it's not like other games where it's like you get a checkpoint and the level resets to the beginning, you just start somewhere else. Everything in this game is kept exactly the same when you hit the checkpoint. So like you don't have to re-grab any collectibles. All of the enemies are in the exact same positions.
Oh, that's wonderful.
The only thing that does not stay the same is the in-level timer at the top there.
Okay.
Because each level does have a par time called an on-time delivery that is required for 100%. So in 100%, you're trying to get all the collectibles while getting that at the same time.
You know what? You already knew all that. Don't worry.
It's easier than it sounds on a lot of levels, but it is still very difficult.
So you have to get the collectibles and the on-time delivery in the same run? You can't do them like two separate runs?
You can, it's just slow.
Makes sense.
There are actually 5 levels total in the entire campaign where that is actually impossible, though.
Oh. All right, then.
Because some of the on-time deliveries are just surprisingly tight in order to actually pull them off.
Fair.
Also, the ending of this level is a fun one because it uses waylay speed.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that level introduced the Flip Whip, which is an enemy that tries to lick you. And everyone knows that licking robots kills them. Here's another one. Yeah, this level has like a little code thing in the corner here. You know, you're supposed to go around the level, figure out what the code is, but you know, if you just throw around the boxes just randomly, you'll get it right. Every time.
It's like the robot that tries to lick you. When I first saw that, I was like, oh, it's just producing a baseball bat out of nowhere, and I was perfectly content rolling with it. But you know what? I like the fact that, oh no, they're just trying to lick you. Just sounds so much more bizarre and funny to me, and I love it.
I know this game, like I said, it has a great sense of humor. Oops. There we go. Has a great sense of humor, and that it extends to basically all of the aspects of this game, like enemy design, all of the names of everything, because you know, fire bars aren't called fire bars in this game, they're called burning whirlers. You don't have conveyor belts, you have toe sliders. You don't have fans, you have air wigglers. Stuff like that.
Yeah, just the graphical design of this game is so beautiful. I absolutely am in love with this.
Also, this level is a fun gimmick level where anybody who doesn't want me to kill Blobfish are rejoicing, because if you kill a single enemy in this level, you instantly get killed.
Oh, wow.
And it also does everything in its power to get you to kill an enemy, because it gives you electro shields throughout the entire level.
Of course it does.
Alright, thankfully, if you know what you're doing, there's no issues. And I got through that pretty quickly.
Nice.
Alright. This next level here introduces the next power-up, but gotta skip a cutscene first. Okay.
I'll just send you an email, I guess.
Yeah, this next level introduces the Ripcord. Ripcord is the obligatory jetpack. But it also lets you glide if you hold the B button, so there's a limited amount of fuel for the jetpack before you have to land on the ground in order to recharge it. Oops. Alright, I got enough height to hit the fast cycle, but I accidentally hit one of the spikes, so I gotta redo everything now. Not a big deal. Yeah, the jetpack has a limited amount of fuel, so you gotta land to recharge it, but the glide can just be used infinitely as long as, you know, you're in midair. And that is actually very important on this level, because we can do something called a pixel jump right here to land right next to a spike, because hazards in this game don't take up a full tile, and there's actually a little bit of space next to them. And so we can land right next to them and recharge our fuel and just keep going straight up.
Oh, wow.
They're called a pixel jump, but they are actually like a couple pixels. It's a little more lenient than that. All right. This level has the hardest skip in the run. Let's see if I get it. Nope, okay. I'm not gonna spend all day here trying to get this trick because I will be here all day if it doesn't want to cooperate. What I was trying to do there is, a while ago I mentioned how you can technically go under the map, but because of gravity you kind of can't get back up. But we have a jetpack now, and so we can technically get back up if we're in the right circumstances. So ideally I would have gone under that little wall in the middle there and just skipped that entire battery section in the middle and just gone straight to the ending here. And it saves about 10 or 15 seconds. But because part of the process of doing the trick requires you to hit that checkpoint, it's faster to just do the level normally if you fail it, and there's no reason to retry it when you're actually doing runs. Also, I just like doing this where you just mash the B button. On this one. Oops.
I love it.
But yeah, the only air skip is the hardest skip in the run, and unfortunately it is very, very difficult because I only get it like 20-25% of the time, which isn't horrible, but it's
still
not easy.
Yeah.
And considering it's all the way in like the last 15 levels of the run, you know, it's kind of a crapshoot if you actually get to save time on that level or not.
I'll 100% get that.
Yeah. Because I think my last like 2 or 3 PBs all got that skip, so it's just free 15 seconds of time loss. All right, this one's an interesting one because this is Sting Like a Bee. It's like a little enemy arena, but because you have ripcord, it's a little bit more interesting than that because you get all these bombs, you can just fly around baiting the enemies all over the place and just kill them as quickly as possible.
Nice.
Yeah, that is a very, very difficult one to optimize because the swoop dupes in the middle there, their RNG has to line up so that they swoop at you from different directions and end up exactly on top of each other, which does not ever happen. So the IL for that level is pretty crap to grind out, but it's not too bad other than that.
Do you do a lot of like IL time grinding on this game, or you just pretty much stick to the whole game?
I have done a lot of ILs in the past. I don't have that many records anymore these days. I have like a couple, but I have done a ton of ILs in the past because what better way to practice all of the levels than to try and get good times on them?
Right?
Yeah, I think I still have like Untied. I have like 2 or 3 any percent records, and like 3 or 4 records where you get all the collectibles for the ILs because we keep track of both of those.
Okay.
And since the game keeps track of your time using with an in-game timer, it makes timing the ILs very easy. Oops. Also, the package grab at the end of this level is one of my favorites because the explosives just blast it toward you, so you just grab up.
Oh, that was slick.
All right, this level is one of those kinds of levels where it's fun in concept, but not so much in execution. Where the gist of this level is you have to bait the cannons here into shooting missiles that hit things in the environment instead of you doing things to hit them. So, you know, you got to kill the enemies, you got to move this package, all that kind of stuff. But the problem is this room right here. Okay, I managed to get everything done in very, very few shots there, but those flapjacks, which are the little blue guys that bounce around, if they don't want to cooperate, they will just jump over the rockets for like 20 seconds straight, and you just can't do anything about it until they get hit.
Oh, well then.
Oops. Yeah, thankfully they all got hit in like one shot, so it wasn't bad this time, but yeah. Also, I love the end screen on this level, because it's one of those images is like, what opinion has you looking like this? With all the cannons just aimed at you.
It's like, you're probably wondering how I got here.
All right. This level here has the best name out of all the levels in the campaign. This is Grand Theft Grotto.
Love it.
This is one of those levels where there's not really like one thing going on that's all that interesting. It's just like a whole bunch of smaller sections that all have their own optimizations. So like if you're doing ILs, this is actually a really fun level because it's long, has a lot going on, and there's not like one singular trick. But it is also very difficult as a result.
Fair.
But something, I don't think I actually mentioned it yet, but something that does come up at the end of this level is when you pick up a power-up, there's like a small 1-second animation that plays. And so if there's any point in the run where you are able to skip a power-up and not lose any time, it is always faster to not pick up that power-up. And that does come up at the end of the level here because it gives you a ripcord to like glide down to the finish so you don't hit any of the fire that's being shot at you and all that. But I don't want to pick it up. I was just saying how I don't want to pick it up. But I keep accidentally grabbing it. There we go. Oh, and I grabbed the thing that was worse by accident. Whatever.
Of course.
Yeah, the thing I accidentally picked up is slurp juice, which makes everything slow. I think that's self-explanatory, but I don't want that.
Slow juice? No.
Yeah, it is slurp juice is what it is called because... I mean, if you're able to guess the name of something, I don't think the devs did their job naming it. Alright, this one is a good one because this is the level where we get the last power-up that you'll be seeing in the run. It is the titular rebound.
Nice.
It is the power-up that lets you shoot projectiles, but in addition to shooting projectiles, it also launches you back in the opposite direction from the direction that you're shooting. And so you're able to, you know, platform with it as well.
I gotcha.
Yeah, the shots are able to damage enemies, they're able to hit switches, and you're also able to bounce off of them. But the main thing is the fact that it launches you in the opposite direction. That is the most important factor.
Nice.
All right, and there's only 4 levels left. We're already almost done.
Didn't even feel like that much. What the heck?
Yeah, this is a very fast-paced game.
I like how it's fast-paced, but it's not overly fast-paced where you can't, like, visually follow the character.
Oh yeah, no, it's very, very readable once you know what you're looking at as well. All right, this level here is a vertical level where they give us a box, so we obviously just do a bunch of super jumps. Also, let me see if I can get this. All right, so something interesting about what I just did there is the rebound can fire out 2 shots at a time, but the way it tracks that is the first shot is when the timer starts for when it starts recharging the shots, and the second shot can just be done whenever in that time frame. So if you hold off the second shot until right before the recharge happens, you can get 3 shots in a row.
Oh. Well, I like that.
If you see those little like particles that appear near GR18, that's when you know the shots are recharged.
Gotcha.
Things that appear above its head. Also, this is the last auto-scroller. I actually forgot to mention it earlier, but the half auto-scroller was about halfway through the run because there was a level where it had a locked camera for about half the level and the camera unlocked halfway through.
Oh. Yeah, I remember that one.
All right, so this is the second to last level in the campaign, and what better way to do the second to last level in the campaign for a level builder game than with a troll level?
As you should, as you should.
So yeah, that key is supposed to teleport away from you, but because we can run and jump and grab things, we can just grab it early.
That makes sense.
All right. This is actually a pretty fun troll level. I do like this level a lot, but obviously we are obliterating all of the trolls.
Of course.
And even just outright ignoring them in a few spots like here. Because there's a bumper that comes down to hit you into that spike.
Of course it does. Of course it does.
All right, and this is the final level. I'll just mention now, time is when I hit the goal on this final level, but that won't be for about a minute, minute and a half. Because this is the longest level in the campaign, this is like a final hurrah. There's a section for each power-up, You know, you gotta deal with like all the different mechanics throughout the game, including using a super jump to skip the tiptoe section. So there is not actually a section for every power-up when you're doing an 80% run.
Well, that just looks not fun.
Right, but yeah, each of the power-ups, it like gives you a little section based on what the power-up's good for. Ripcord, you know, you gotta glide, you gotta fly. Up here, we're gonna get the waylay. It's gonna give us a little combat arena where it spits enemies at us. We gotta punch them away.
Makes sense. Oh, like Super Smash.
Actually, yeah, it is kind of like that. But we can actually save one of the shells here to do a quick shell jump here near the end to save a little bit of time. So it is kind of funny. There's a shell jump on the final level and a shell jump on like the 5th level.
And that's it.
Yes. All right, the rebound also gets a combat arena, but because we can just shoot the shots before the enemies spawn, we can just kill half of them instantly. And then take the pop draw medallion to go back to the checkpoint immediately. And in true zipper fashion, we can cheese it.
Nice.
And time.
Jeez.
Also, there's our little Blopfush friend where you can see what happened to him at my run last week at SGDQ.
Yes, definitely check that out. But again, GG's and GG's in chat for an amazing run. Sam, where can they find you? What are you playing? What are you going to be playing now that SGDQ has gone on vacation?
Well, you can find me over at twitch.tv/illegallysam. You know, same as my username, nice and simple. I will probably be doing some Levelhead soon after this because there's a community campaign that was made by the community, as it says, and I've been meaning to go back and do more runs of that because I can very much improve my time in that. But I also might be doing more campaign runs of this game, and I also might be running some other stuff, but I think at the very least right now I'm going to be doing more Levelhead. So if you want to see more of me or this game, go check out my stream.
Yes. I love the little like blobfush with a heart in the chat. That kind of sums up everything. Just hearts. Yes, again, thank you so much for stopping by and showing off the amazing Levelhead. And chat, don't go anywhere because we have one more run for tonight, and that is going to be the run back of the Half-Life 2 race. So stay tuned. Hello, friends, and welcome back for the final run of today's Express Lane. But I just want to remind you really quickly, though, if you missed out on any of our shows or events, make sure you check out the VODs over on youtube.com or youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick. And you might want to subscribe and get some more info on VODs to come in the future. But like I said, this is the last run of the night, and I don't know if you all saw this race at SGDQ, but this was a close one. Like, it was going pretty neck and neck, and I am so excited to have it back. It is the Half-Life 2 race with some amazing runners in the olden dirt, so please take it away.
Hello, everybody. I am Dirch. I've been running this game for 2.5 years now.
No, my name is Eald. I've been running the game for, I don't know, just over 2 years. Yeah, 2.5 years.
Almost the same amount of time.
Basically the same.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. I am Wayzone. I'll be commentating this, and I have been running this game for way too long, since 2016. That's what, 8 years. Anyway,
That's a mood I can respect right there.
Yeah. All right. Are you guys ready to go?
I believe so. Guess we're ready.
Pretty much, yeah.
Good luck, Dirch.
All right.
Thank you.
So we'll be starting from new game here. I'll give you the countdown. Starting in. All right, we're going to go on the word go, by the way, just letting you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So the timer doesn't start the timer does not start until the white flash. So
White flash and
Yeah.
a train horn that we are all too familiar with.
Yeah. This 3, 2, 1, go, just for them to load in the game at the same time. All right.
yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Gotcha.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So this is any percent no void clip, new engine. Any percent no void clip is like a standard any percent category, except we will be, as you may guess, not doing void clips, which is a tick perfect trick that is used to travel horizontally in out of bounds space, or as we call it, the void in Source games. And it looks like a loading screen. It's kind of boring, so most people default to this one. And in new engine, we can get more into the new engine movement later. But the game's about to start.
Yeah, be ready on the timer here.
Surely.
The right man in the wrong place.
Got another couple seconds here. A little early on that. But
in the world.
We're almost there.
So
all right, here we go. Be ready on it.
Mr.
White flash coming up.
Wake up and smell the ashes.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right. This first trick they're going to do here is to clip out of the train. So when you save and load in this game and repeat it multiple times in a specific way, you can actually lag parts of the game out. In this case, this makes the train go into the other train, so you can use that to kind of clip out, let it push you out of the train through the wall. All right. So here they got to be a little bit careful, go slow here. And we're not to hit a soft lock. They go too fast, they'll soft lock. The NPCs will kind of stand still and be in your way forever until you restart the run. Alright, we made it here. So now we're at the Barney cutscene. We're going to head and use some telephone here to teleport Barney around. So
A little bonk.
yeah, a little bit of bonk. So NPCs always want to get to where they need to go in order to continue their cutscene. So if they feel like they're stuck, they'll teleport. So simulate that by bonking them on the head. All right, so now we're in this little Barney cutscene here. I'll see if I can quickly go ahead and explain how the movement works in this game, because it's very kind of wacky.
Very dense.
Kind of goofy.
Yeah. So back in the old days, the game, you'd hold W, you'd jump, you'd gain speed on every jump, just a little bit of speed. So Valve decided they wanted to patch that. So they decided to, add velocity in the opposite direction in which you're traveling. However, they had one fatal flaw in that little bit of code. It's the direction, it's thinking you're going based on the direction you're trying to go. So if you're pressing like W or just not moving at all, it'll add the velocity behind you. So what that actually means, if you jump, turn around, and keep jumping over and over, every time you jump, it'll double your speed because it's adding it into the opposite direction. However, modern, that would be called accelerated back hopping, like back in the day, sort of the signature thing. However, in modern times here, we have forward hopping with tapping the S key, so the game thinks we're going backwards while we're still facing forwards. And even more modern is a technique called plus strafe, where we can move Gordon with the mouse very slightly to simulate that backwards movement. Okay, here we go.
I also love just the towers that the two of you were building. Wonderful work right there.
It's tradition to do the stack in every marathon.
Yeah.
Nice.
Every marathon. Well, every run, really, to be honest.
Or well, most runs, yeah. I prefer to do prop and wall, which is very weird and unreliable. Oh, I almost got a cool surf there. That was interesting.
Right here, we'll be hopping over the head of a metro cop, which allows us to skip a part of the apartment complex that gives us the ability to take damage, which is for this next trick up ahead.
Yeah, this next trick coming up is it's a goofy one. So
It's a doozy.
yeah, so this will be a trick that skips the longest cutscene in the whole game, and it's like the only time we use this. But actually, the plot thickens with this trick, as we'll see coming up with some newer strats.
Shout out T-Mob and Pegasus for that strat that will be coming up soon.
Yeah.
Before I
Like
forget.
a component
So-
of this whole strat.
Yeah, this is called Bill's Big Thrill. So you move a prop and let it float against like a vehicle tire. It starts floating away, and then when you touch it, you get very strange properties that we can abuse to our advantage.
Oh,
Alright.
also I have the special mod on.
Yeah.
I'm still attempting this because I need the prop to fling away off into the ether in order to perform another special trick.
Shout out
Alright,
Chili and
so
such.
Dirt here is going to make a save right here. Eel did this also. And that's going to be for in the future coming up. It'll be for another trick that's kind of part of this like whole Bill's Big Thrill glitch sort of thing. So right here, Eel's doing some wacky stuff. So what happens here is we're going to be setting up a wrong warp essentially. Oh, that might not be good, Eel.
That might not be good.
It might be fine.
Yeah,
that could work. We'll find out.
Anyway, so at Bill's Big Thrill, you have whenever you crouch or stand, depending on how you started it, you can set like basically teleport points in the air where you are. So, and if you touch that, you'll start floating again. But however, you can leave that stuff there. And if you touch a prop, you'll teleport to that point. So right here where Dirch is going, he's going to set the teleport point in a very specific point outside the level. And the key to this is the levels actually overlap. The next level and this level will overlap like in the map transition. So the idea here coming up will be with this palette that Eel's using and Dirch will be using. So we're going to touch it the exact same frame as the level change, which is kind of precise to set up. And if done correctly, we'll be flying into the next map in a completely different location as we teleport. All right, looks like Eel got it. Let's see if he's got a good teleport spot. And he did. All right.
Yeah, we good.
Very good.
So you might have noticed that I died. We still have health in a way because the Alex cutscene finished. So I'm also going to be going for a really hard trick with my health. Oh, maybe I'm not, actually. Hold on.
I believe in you.
Oh, suitless? Yeah,
all right, I'm setting up for the warp myself.
All right, cool. I'm just going to throw suitless for a bit because I have very low health.
Nice job.
And I'm in.
Dirch.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that whole trick has to be done single segment or you risk crashing if you try quick loading.
Yeah. So that's prop climbing they just did to get on top of the map here. And that's just spamming E, looking up a little bit, like aiming at the ground, like crouching, jumping, spamming, jump, whatever. You'll slowly climb up walls. So here's the first instance of save delete. Eel just did it. Here's Dirch doing it. So if you, after you enter a level, you make a save, load that save, and then hit a bind to do, delete it with a special bind. And try to load that save, the game will just reset you at the start of the map, all basic stuff. You just loaded the map, typing that in the console, basically. So Yield with a pretty good train launch. Very good. Just abusing the top of the train and the fact it kind of just gives you speed for some reason when you jump off of it. Let's see if how Dirch will do.
It's like being thrown onto a road in a way because
only one train issue.
Oh, no train issues or how many?
Only one. Only one.
Only one. That's not bad.
All right.
All right, here we go. Hopefully this save will work.
Let's see. All right, so
nice.
Oh my god, it worked. Okay, so this is the plot thickens of Bill's Big Thrill. This is a pretty recent discovery. Props will fall through the world and have weird properties that let you go through walls like that. That was very good. Very
it's
nice
really funny. Yeah, this is just normal Source Engine behavior.
Yeah, just standard. Yeah.
just casual prop things. That's fine.
Yeah, and they kind of act like they're floating in the ground, and it's very strange. This trick is called ISG, is what we call it, item save glitch. And
found in Portal way back when.
Yeah, it's something done in Portal way back when with weird Portal tricks, but for some reason that prop floating thing we did, Bill's Big Thrill, can activate it also. Is so weird that it does that. It's done also in completely different ways, but it activates it.
It's one of the funniest bits of trivia that I just have to mention, but it's E3 developer code that was left over in the retail build. It just exists for some reason. It serves no purpose.
Yeah. So you can use this to kind of clip through walls like that, your physics hitbox goes to the wall and you teleport to it. It's kind of a weird way to explain it.
Oh wow, second try.
We'll have a better way of doing this in the future with less wonky props.
Yeah, with the props just not floating in a soupy mess.
Alright, so here's going to save load to get stuck in the ground, and he's going to shoot the bell to give him speed while he's stuck. And every time you save load, you'll actually move a little bit, through the wall with that speed. So he just did that there to clip through that wall.
Yeah, you can preserve momentum this way.
Oh, what the? Wait, I just got caught in a barrel.
And if you don't give yourself velocity, you also just go straight down, which is what he's going to do here. This is part of what void clipping is, but not completely. So it's technically legal.
It is technically legal. And it's really easy to accidentally kill a run by void clipping here on accident.
Yeah.
It happens a lot, sadly.
It happens a lot, so we gotta like make sure we do everything here properly. Dirch, where are you, by the way, right now?
I am at the end of 03.
Bruh.
Yeah. So there he just closes game intentionally because we want to get rid of this item save glitch. The only way to get rid of it is to restart your game.
And I'm waiting for my capture to come back.
Yeah.
Because it's a game capture.
Yeah, we don't want props to be acting like this all the time because they'll get in your way, be annoying, or we might need to use them for a specific purpose. Or like NPCs will mess up. Yeah.
Okay, I think that worked. Nice.
Yeah, did we mention that ISG only cancels?
Yeah.
On closing. Okay. I zoned out for a moment.
You locked in.
It's fine.
Oh, awesome.
I tend to do that when I run games. I zone in, I lock in super hard.
Unlike me.
All right, so we're closing in here on the very, like, one of the most spectacular parts of the run and hardest parts of the run coming up here. Dirch is about to start it right now. After jumping over this barrel. This is boatless. So he just ran past where he's supposed to grab an airboat and go through all these levels. Probably one of the more stretched out sections of this game. But instead, we're just we don't need a boat. We just need Gordon. Gordon's all you need.
He can tank the radiation. He's fine.
There was at one point where you did need the boat.
Oh my god, nicely done, Dirch.
Did he get like the full
launch?
launch?
Oh my god, that was very good.
Thank goodness I opened up my life split because that save delete is kind of clutch without it.
All right, so for some more goofy stuff coming up here. So here is going to delete the airboat in a specific way. And oh my god, did you just get it too, Eold?
Yeah.
Oh my god, y'all.
All right.
Just good at the game. Okay.
I grinded that segment for like 4 hours.
So here's going to delete the airboat by, Now he just has a no clip, or as I should say, yes clip, because it's allowed. So what's being done here is you're deleting the airboat, like, while you're getting out of it. And the way that's done is the airboat's outside of a trigger that brings props to the next level. So if you get out of it that same time into that level change while the airboat's outside, it'll delete it while you're inside of it, and that gives you no clip. However, we cannot keep the no clip because we can't go to the next level if we're in no clip. So that's why they touch the barnacle to get rid of the no clip. However, this does mean we are now in a glitch state, which we're going to try and persist to just about the rest of the game.
Yeah, this state that we're in is really, really awesome, for lack of a better term. It it makes HL2 much more fun to run than it was years ago with old school prop clipping.
All right, so for so something that's just kind of usual for us that we usually forget to mention on a lot of these marathon runs is how we avoid fall damage. So if you land in any depth of water, you'll avoid fall damage. And also, if you hit a slope that goes upwards, like at the right angle and speed, you'll also negate fall damage. You'll just kind of slide up. So here's where Eold's going right now, where Dirch just passed. This is actually a pretty hard tunnel to get through because it's just completely filled with goo, and you have no way of keeping your speed up other than you just slow down. So you have to get in the tunnel faster and have enough HP to survive. So it's a pretty hard thing to get.
There's an invisible clip brush right here I can take. Well, to just avoid a bunch of water too, because it can be a lot of rough terrain to navigate in water hazard.
Yeah, so in this game, wherever vertices meet or edges meet on map geometry, is a point to where the game will just stop you. It'll think you hit a wall. So you got to kind of be very careful on what sections of ground you hit.
That was
otherwise you'll just stop. Anyway, this is the glitch state we're in, what Dirch just did, clipping through walls. So that kind of ISG state we had earlier, now we have it, but without the wonky props, and it's much easier to pull off.
and sometimes more annoying. Some of these quick clips can feel like RNG, but they're actually not.
Yeah.
In a way.
Basically, if the prop moves towards you in any way, you'll just get stuck in it. But if it just kind of stays stationary or moves away from you, you can actually just let your hitbox like fly through the wall. So Gordon basically will have 2 hitboxes. One is like for interacting with props, and one is for interacting with the world. And if they are ever like separated far enough, one will just teleport to the other when it's in solid ground. So that's kind of what's happening. You're just kind of slingshotting one of those hitboxes through the wall, like when you jump into a prop. And then when that's in open space, you're teleported to it. That's why it kind of looks like you're teleporting through walls. Anyway, approaching the end here. Pretty good boatless from Dirge. Pretty solid.
Wait, is he done with boatless? Man.
He's on the last map of it right now. Y'all are still pretty close.
There's a big boss fight in this map right here. We don't do it. We just hop over a dam.
Oh yeah. I legitimately forgot about that. I was like, there's a helicopter here or something. I only know that. Wow, that was fast.
It's
I only
actually
know the
insane.
helicopter. Yeah.
It's actually insane how much stuff we skip with just like going fast in this game. All right, so Eli skip time. Either y'all want to go ahead and explain that, or you need me to do it?
I can attempt to explain the newer version of Eli that we're doing.
All right.
The second newest version.
Yeah. So we're doing a strat. Well, there are 4 variants of the Eli strategy. The 4th one is what we use RTA, but it in fact loses time RTA, and the consistency is meh at best for some people, myself included. But Eli V3 is a significantly easier and much faster version of the old Eli strat that we had. So even though we can't save a minute with the newest version for the sake of this marathon, we can in fact save a lot more. Like we can save much more time than the old strat of just waiting up there, and just talking to Mossman about something. So we can just go straight down here and initiate this sequence of dialogue.
With the possible exception of you.
Dad, please. A nice point to like catch your breath and to take a little break before more intense gameplay.
Yeah, it's not as much of a break as it used to be though. This is a lot faster.
Yeah. And then it's in fact a pretty big choke point too if you're doing like the newest version.
Yep. I'm failing to teleport Eli.
Oh well.
Yeah, now we actually have to look over here because looking at lore saves time for some reason.
And a little cremator head, which is a Half-Life 2 beta reference.
Yep.
Where's the barrel that I have? Oh, there it is.
I don't even know what version y'all are doing. This is just too new.
This is V3. I think Pegasus was the one who found this one.
All right. Yeah, the kind of gist of it is they're hitting triggers and like activating certain choreographed scenes that the NPCs will do. And they're just going to do it like hit certain things in specific ways to make progress faster. And like go through walls, hit certain triggers, just kind of make them glitch out a little bit.
Are you blaming me?
And like desync some parts of the cutscene. There we go. All that
then
sort of
maybe
stuff.
You should let me
I got
do
it.
the
So now Alex is
calculations next
talking.
time, as well
She's
as
like,
installing it.
now Alex is like yapping about something. I don't know. I'm building a statue.
Alex,
or rather, Miku is yapping about something. I don't know. Also, wait, so want to see some cool bit of tech? Some optimization?
Come on, Gordon.
All right, what do we
Let's
got?
go have some fun.
I hope this works. So, doors are suggestions to NPCs. If they want to go somewhere, they will do it by any means necessary. That includes walking through this door, and hopefully I get good RNG. I don't. So, there's a trigger right here that if any entity touches it, the airlock sequence of this cutscene begins. Stop pushing me. I need the... Okay, whatever. Wait, no. I need that. There we go. So, yeah, I was like, hold on. I forgot something. So, basically, that airlock sequence where she's talking, if any entity hits that trigger, this cutscene progresses in a very odd way, which is the basis of V4, but, you know, we can't really demonstrate it properly in this setting. We would love to someday.
Yeah, it's a bunch of just like weird nonsense, to be honest.
This is a lot of things happening at once.
Oh, little early there, Dirge. I believe in you. Oh wait, no, you got it.
I'm doing the old school teleport with the barrel, and I'm failing it.
Oh well. Anyway, close your eyes. We're approaching the spooky part of the run.
Spooky part of the run that we are going to fly over and clip through walls doing. But maybe that's spooky to you as well. I don't know you.
Yeah, it's called we don't go to Ravenholm, but it's more like fly over Ravenholm.
Yeah, we go over it instead, rather.
We don't
So
go
zombies
through it.
that should be scared of us.
For real.
Frankly.
This is the first like major damage boost in the run. Do that, fly up, and just over the entire level. Just everything. Just gone. We'll clip through the wall here. There we go. A little weird clip through the floor. Kind of sideways clip. Very kind of weird precise clip to have to not get stuck in it. Pretty cool double nade boost and fancy a hop here. Oh,
I got this.
you got it.
Surely.
That
was my chance.
Yeah, it kind of is. Go. Oh, don't do that.
All right, this works.
And there we
this
go.
works.
E-old got it. Oh, now you're just synced neck to neck, as PD would say. All right. New ravioli strats coming up. Oh my God, they're perfectly synced.
What?
No, but Elo didn't make it.
Eloyd. Unfortunate series of events. All my health is gone.
Yeah, this little nade boost and like that gives us speed for ABH. Hit a slope, fly over the wall. It's kind of a lot of what these damage boosts are.
I was gonna go for segmenting strats, but I would rather not lose this race.
So this is a precise quick clip here. So, oh wow, you actually got it. Kind of looked like you didn't. But,
Shout out Overflow.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
a
yeah, you
more
both got
consistent
it.
lineup made by Pen Person.
Oh, what the heck? I got displaced on the thingy, the rail that the car goes on.
It's kind of weird. Rare.
Rare
very
boost into
neck
a
to neck.
displacement. I'm like looking any opportunity to cut any hops like that, and I failed it.
Yeah, y'all are passing the lead to each other a bunch right now. So here we're going to probably the most spectacular part of the run coming up here. The old's entering it right now. There you go. The coast. Car? I don't know what that is. Someone explain to me.
Once
Just got
again,
Gordon.
they're a suggestion at best.
Fun fact, the car can actually ABA.
Yeah, it's still so funny to me.
It's basically, the car is basically big rigs over the road racing in reverse, if you didn't know. But Gordon's still just acceleration.
Another 360. I'm just gonna do that every time.
I'm in a tricky load or a save right now.
Oh my God,
There
this
we go.
is a pretty good coast so far from Eold. Rock bounce?
Okay.
Any rock bouncers?
Got it.
Oh my God, this is a very good. That's a very precise bit of movement there. There's a reason why I kind of
that rock bounce is like really hard, by the way.
Yeah, that was
And,
a
like,
pretty
Was
good
that
one.
the
That was
corner cliff
wild.
one?
Yes. No, not the corner
I
one.
tried
Not
doing
the
the
corner.
fence one. Oh,
No,
wait,
not
no,
the
I
fence.
can't.
I'm doing the one that Peng does. The one that Wilbo does. The one cliff bounce rather. You know, the one that we know rock bounce as, not Task rock bounce. Task rock bounce is very hard. Oh shoot.
Oh, no way I'm gonna get that.
I just had the hot
Okay.
pattern for it, and I'm like, okay, I'll do it.
Edge bug? Nope.
Yeah, there's a slight slope on the top of that train. He's trying to use the void fall damage.
I missed that. There we go. That should work. Yes. Oh, I can cut the
Alright.
corner too.
Nice.
I'm doing it the normal way.
You're gonna catch up to me in Coast 11, by the way. Just saying.
Maybe.
Coast 11 is where coast runs go to die.
Where like any run goes to die. Oh, what
That is
the heck?
also true.
Oh, nice fall damage. Hold on. I don't like that particularly. That I like. I don't like that.
But you gotta get up. There you go.
There we go. There we go.
Let's go.
First try.
Kind of hold sprint into that sloped wall to avoid like slow your fall there.
Yeah, this is Coast 11. This is very difficult.
Yeah, this is.
That was
Oh,
hard.
very good. So the goal here is to just go across the top of the level, just most direct path, saves you a bunch of time. And
there's one gap in the clip brushes up there.
Yeah,
Be mindful of.
there's a hole that people tend to fall into, so you have to adjust your hop pattern to the invisible hole while going at the speed cap, so it's very difficult to do.
Yeah, it's kind of skipping the old Shadow Temple early.
In a way.
Yeah. You're not
I'm on
walking
top of
across.
the encampment myself now.
You're not walking across the pixel.
Oh, I don't have... Dang it. I think I transitioned levels twice. I did.
Yeah, you did.
Did not. Oh, what? Okay.
Oh, wait, what?
I don't know. I thought
Long
that for sure overshot that. Also nadeless, by the way, because I don't have a nade.
You got this.
Is that even gonna work? No, it won't. No, it will not. This, on the other hand, will also not work.
Hole in one. Okay.
Kind of hole in one. It's not the cleanest hole in one, but it's a hole in one. You
Are you
take
kidding?
those.
Oh no! I almost got nadeless hole in one. I'm very low on health. This ain't good.
All right, so he's gonna get a little high off this box in order to actually jump in this room. There you go.
That's like a double gunship fight skip right there.
Yeah. Little kind of timed level change here. He's gonna wait for it and then jump through the wall. All right, any turret, like fancy turret jumpers?
Turret launch enjoyers.
That would be Eeld.
Yeah.
It's faster.
Yeah, here he goes with it. If he can clip. All right, you get these. No, you get these.
I overshot that. I overshot that again. Hold on. That'll work.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, dang it.
It was good enough.
It was good enough. It was better. It was much better than what I did at GDQ.
That's what matters.
Dirt's just did a little double nade boost off of a little mine there. That's why I got a bunch of height in that previous level.
Yeah, the trip mines that you don't hold in your hands in place like in Half-Life 1, but they just spawn in the map.
They're like map entities, I believe. Oh, wow.
Well, I've got a particularly wacky route in this next map right here.
I forgot the antlines exist on this map, so they're blowing up my trip mine. There we go.
Alright.
Oh no. Gonna
immediately
escape the intended area of the map, and it's called Prison 07.
Yeah, this map used to be the bane of everyone's existence. Oh my god. That is a strap. What the heck? I only dreamed about doing that back in the day, even though it probably didn't save them much time. But here you are doing it.
I believe Dirch has comm gold with that, actually.
Dang.
I have back-to-back comm golds in Prison 06 through 8.
I'm so jealous of that.
And it's because of this wacky route.
Alright, so this is a kind of a interesting clip. Like I said, you kind of slingshot your hitbox with whatever speed you had when you hit the prop, like through the floor. So you can kind of do that to kind of clips like sideways and like down. Kind of like that. There's a bit fancier when you wasn't able to get there, but maybe we can see you'll get it.
Once I get there.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the diagonal clip at the barrel on the end of this map?
Yes.
Alright, cool. I go for it in runs, so surely.
Yeah, it's very fast and looks
That looks
very
good.
wonky. Oh yeah, that's it. There you go. Very
Nice.
good.
Into the door too.
Since I'm ahead a bit, I think I might do ISG Prison 08.
I'll go for it.
Okay.
To be fair, it is the more consistent strategy. Ironically, it actually is the more consistent strategy. So even if I fail it, you will save time with it. You might as well go for it.
I think I will. Alright, I'm gonna load back the ISG save again.
I'm
gonna
confusion. What's
be in
going on?
ISG
Okay.
state as I enter the next map. And it'll cause some turrets to fall out of their cabinets. Just enough. So that I can touch them and start a section of the cutscene early.
Yeah, so The idea for ISG here is there's turrets that are stuck behind a wall, and you have to touch those 2 turrets to activate a cutscene early in order to, skip a couple minutes of dialogue. But the idea behind ISG is the weird, like, watery props moving around physics is to activate it just for a short period of time so those turrets move out of the wall that it's like stuck behind and into a spot we can reach. All right, there's one. Did you get the other one? Yes.
Yep.
All right. Very good.
We are in.
Yes.
I think I get this. Oh, that looks good. There you go. And I am ever so slightly behind you. And I really hope I didn't soft block. We should be okay.
So the idea for this skip is we start the cutscene that basically starts the elevator to start moving down. Well, it's supposed to be moving down at this point, but it's actually moving up because the game logic just makes the elevator reverse whenever it starts instead of like makes it go in a direction. But the idea is we want to use this cutscene, like when Mossman here, who we didn't really meet whatsoever in the game earlier.
Oh yeah, Alex sponsored.
When Mossman teleports Eli away, the elevator will move up really quickly. So the idea here is we want to play this like slow-moving cutscene where we're waiting for this elevator to come down and like wipe off all these guards. So we're going to activate that early and time it so when Mossman and Eli get teleported away, that teleporter is supposed to move up quickly, right? But instead it will reverse direction and move down very quickly. And it saves like 2 minutes of time.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought I had a 528A moment, and I thought Mossman didn't spawn.
Yeah.
I saw my door close, like the entry door. I saw that close, and I saw no Alex, so I had to load back too. So you're probably ahead now, Yield.
Yippee! Also,
I saved 5 minute cutscene maps.
I guess this should also point out the reason why they're not dying here from being shot is, well, we have no model anymore. The model disappeared with the airboat, and what actually gets hit is your player's model, which is like a Gray Gordon statue. You go in third person. That model's disappeared, so they have nothing to hit with the bullets, or you're immune to bullets. Still get hit by explosives, but not bullets. And also, we're keeping one guy alive so that the barrage doesn't endlessly come. And
there's also this funny thing that Alex is doing. So this cutscene's broken. If you couldn't tell in a way, so she's trying to kill this guy. I do not want that to happen. So
yeah, because it'll start the barrage. And the reason why we don't want that to happen is because these guys can actually shoot Eli and just kill him in like one shot, basically. And the cutscene is over. Episode 3 came early. Sorry, spoilers. Or episode 2. Episode 3 is one day.
Really?
They're just waiting. Waiting for a specific time. They got rid of that thing blocking the monitor there. So they blocked the monitor there to make Mossman like pause her cutscene for a second in order to time it so that that elevator reverse thing can happen. So it moves down quickly for us.
I need some more shells. There we go.
And now that I'm on a familiar setup again with load times I can control, I can actually do reverse CMS this time and ramp up into the trigger.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I don't know if you've seen this way zone. This is probably new to you.
Yeah, I don't think I have. But EOL just gonna nade up, so they just in the level change trigger here to go to the next level.
Pantry going up.
Alright, so he's gonna use an actual one of these orbs to push that very heavy prop he can't move, because we actually don't have the gravity gun, by the way. Probably should. Something else we should have mentioned. We don't have the signature thing in the game. Use that to get through the wall. Very precise nade boost there to hit that little slope and like keep enough speed.
Oh dang.
I need this.
Yeah, if you're really good, you don't have to like set these props down. You kind of like keep speed like going through walls with props, but it's very, very precise to do.
And I'm out.
Very good.
And I am on a timer from how long Dirge can take to catch up to me. Oh, what the heck? Interesting launch. Oh, forgot about the old strat. Or not the old strat, but whatever.
Yeah, so if you actually throw a nade like through a level load, then go through the level load before it explodes, it'll like duplicate.
Yeah, so that's why I had to switch weapons.
Yeah.
It is actually used, it's an old route used in Ravenholm, but it's kind of outdated. It's a cool strat though, I will say.
Yeah. Alright, double nade boost. Triple nade boost even.
It's a double.
Double here. Oh yeah. Yeah, you just
Body
got the
armor.
double.
Oh.
Yeah, this used to be a triple nade boost, or use 2 here and then you SMG nade boost off the roof, but you don't need that, you're just too good. Go right.
Oh yeah. There was a reroute a very long time ago that we're picking the pieces up of, and we're just improving upon it, just mixing and mashing, going like, hey, where can we save a nade?
Yeah.
And that's one of the places.
Hardly even needed that box.
Alright, so this quick clip here is about to use. I'm going to throw this box in order to quick clip later in the next map, but this quick clip here is actually a lot more precise than it looks, because you have to actually go pretty far through the wall. But he's got
I'm very lucky I could pick that up.
Yeah.
If that thing's like halfway inside, you can't pick it up because collision. I don't know. It's weird.
Hey, it's Freeman. Let's follow him.
Oh, dang. Got close to it. Is that even gonna work? It did, wow.
It's just insane how much you just skip in this game. Either be a nade boost, quick clips, everything. You're just flying past everything constantly. And like very precise
Arena
movements.
after arena, puzzle after puzzle.
Yeah, like this map that took me like an hour to do when I first played it.
It's not safe here anymore. They're shelling the hell out of us. Keep moving, Dr. Freeman.
Surely I get the drop clip here. Dang.
I believe. You got time over Dirge. Maybe you can try it again.
Nah.
Alright.
Not trying it again because I'm anticipating that I mess up this strat coming up here. This nade boost.
Yeah,
Very difficult.
A couple of doors on this level is actually props that you can just jump through. Yeah, this is a very precise nade boost. Honestly, it feels kind of RNG to me, to be honest. Where you like slope off this little fence behind you and like fly all the way up here. Very good. Got it here. Just use this SMG nade to like hit the trigger that opens this door. There you go. And nicely done.
Alright, my turn.
Right. Little slope here, so he gets it nice all the way to the end of the level. That little slope. Alright, this map here. This is like the craziest skip in the game, and it's a very sleeper looking thing. So here's gonna grab this turret, set it in this corner. Right. Now he's gonna look at a specific spot on the floor to line himself up for this trick, because this is a very precise bit of movement. So what he's doing here is he's giving himself a ton of speed with a nade boost, ABHing as soon as he goes through the wall, hits a tiny little slope, flies over 2 invisible walls to the end of the level. Very...
It's super cool. Like,
yeah,
it's really awesome to like actually do it first try and to actually see it like in a way because
like,
yeah, it's like how
just realizing what happens is just like pretty cool.
There's a lot of like developments that go on under the hood basically when we're cooking these strats. Like this one, hopefully I hit the this swag strat. Kinda. Oh no, this bit. Kinda. We'll take it.
Yeah, that is actually the hitbox for the bridge there. You're just not supposed to stand there till it's actually extended. So they just didn't bother to. They just didn't bother to remove the hitbox.
It's just really convenient for us.
Yes.
Nice tire slope.
Yeah. Kind of precise little slope clip. I mean, y'all pretty close together. One map behind.
Well, not for long. We have a very difficult trick coming up.
Yeah, probably
that I'm banking on.
You actually gonna go do it?
Yes, precisely.
Okay.
Oh, not that strat. Citadel 2 skip, not Breen skip.
Yeah.
Breen skip hard.
So Citadel 2 skip is like I would say for the time, is like the hardest trick in like any Source game, any Source speedrun. Even harder than like a Half-Life. Like some of the hardest stuff you do in Half-Life. It's just so hard to like get like any of it first try. Like we really have to be thankful we have saves we can just load willy-nilly in this game.
Right.
Alright, so we actually saved deleted earlier on this map, so now we actually lose quick clip. So we can't clip through walls with props anymore. But we do that to get the gravity gun and everything we need to beat the game. So if you're actually holding a prop with a gravity gun, or just holding a prop, you won't get put in a pod. This map will try and put you in a pod, so we can actually do that to prevent from being, forced into the pod at this level. Sorry, this level. So you're supposed to be riding a pod in this level, so this isn't designed for you to just, walk through whatsoever. So, oh my god, this is actually pretty good so far.
That's a good lineup.
Oh my god, this is a really this is a really good Citadel 2 so far. But yeah, you have to hit these like precise slopes that are just like very hard to like hit correctly and hit the boost. Like the damage boost at the very start is just so precise. Oh, very good. You just gotta hit the slope very precisely, get up. Oh.
I never fail that, sir. Oh well, marathon moment, surely. There we go.
Alright.
You might not believe this, Wazon, but that was mid in my opinion.
Mid. Yeah, these god gamers have just grinded that a ton. So.
There you go.
Dirt really did a really good one also.
Yield is the one that's passionate about that particular skip. He made a whole tutorial on it. It's his baby.
I spent a very long amount of time grinding it. Like, I think I have 40 hours in the IL alone, which isn't even just like the trick itself, it's the chapter that houses it.
Alright, so you can actually go to like the edge of this trigger here that makes you lose your weapons. You can actually pick them back up as long as you don't go back in them. He's gonna grab it to get supplies to boost with later. Alright, one of the coolest strats in the game. I've said that a lot, I'm sure. So here's gonna line up this monitor, let it set down, and you're just gonna shove an orb under it. Oh, that didn't good.
Oh, dang. I think I grabbed in the wrong spot. I did. Surely.
Yeah, surely. Alright, so this is a developer skip, and you can tell because of how perfect it is to get you up there. Totally a developer skip.
100%.
Definitely intended.
Search can get it. Very, very well done. Alright.
And I've been doing that particular trick with a spin for like 2 years now.
He's gonna skip 2 pods with a rocket jump. Let's see if he gets it. It's
I got this way.
Kind of precise to weave in between everything, and you also have to like hit the pod in a weird way. There he goes. Very nice.
There. Only 4th try.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Now
we're in auto scroll to the end of the game. Let's see Dirch. Let's see. You use SMG. Oh, first try. Very good.
Nice.
Very, very good.
I went for the IL route where I could use an RPG at the end, but it works out anyway. It works out.
Yeah, so yeah, this is just a long cutscene to the end of the game.
Yeah.
Basically.
We're just kind of here.
Should we Yield, do you want to go over Breen Skip a bit since we have time?
Oh yeah, we can go for it. So Breen Skip is a really funny strat that is 100% consistent, and I have never ever failed it in a marathon a week ago. So what happens is that, well, every time you save and load, the pods that we're currently in will get offset by a few degrees, or probably less, like point something degrees. It's a very small amount. But what that means is that if you save load a lot, you can offset the pods a lot. And the pods are a vehicle. And if you delete a vehicle, without properly getting out of it, you get yes clip. That's the entire basis behind this trick. So what you can do is you can rotate the pod in a very, very specific way and then delay the well, actually, no, I take it back. When you get in the pod at the start, the pod goes through a little animation. You can actually get out of it during that animation, but you can delay it by save loading once again, because when in doubt, you save load. So every time you save load, you offset it by a little bit, you rotate the pod a certain amount, and then you get out of the pod while it's outside of the transition trigger in this level trigger that I'm currently looking at in the Dark Void, where I can't really see it. But trust me, if you get out of it, if you get out of the pod, and the pod's outside of the transition trigger, you will get yes clip in this level that we are currently in. And you can break the cutscene by just grabbing the gravity gun and doing some like NPC, some slaps, some save load and pauses to manipulate the NPCs in a way to where you can make them go to specific parts in the cutscene. So quite literally, you just get out of the pod, reach over, and grab the gravity gun and complete the game. It's as simple as that, but you know, the part where you offset the pods is the difficult part.
Yeah, I have no idea what he's talking about. This is a very, very new strat for my old timer brain.
It's okay. I only understand like a very small amount of it. T-Mob, Pegasus, and Zionic spent a very long time cooking that route, and when they dropped it on us, we were like, oh wow, this is insane.
There's a lot of information to take in.
Yeah, I was looking at the video and I was like, what is this? What is
Just
this?
know that it's like very inconsistent, and it's theoretically possible to do in a run, and if you can hit it, if you're at a decent pace, it's instant world record because of how much time it saves.
Like 5 minutes, probably.
It saves around a little bit less than 4 because of all the save loads you have to do at the start. And also because you also can't take the far pod. You have to take the one that comes to you on the... You have to take the intended pod.
And then you deliver yourself?
It's odd.
If I'd known you were going to come straight up to my office, I wouldn't have bothered hunting you in the first place. Having both of you in my keeping ensures I can dictate the terms
watching
of
Breen
any
explain
bargain
how.
I care to make with a
Breen explaining how.
Yeah, there's a bit of lore dump here. So sorry to spoil anybody. We are not able to skip this part, but if it makes you feel better, there's a ton of context missing, so
play the game yourself if you want to understand the lore.
Right? A great game.
God, you guys don't know how much of a boomer I am of how, like, all this, like, all the skips we do now is just, like, crazy compared to what we had back in my day.
Back in 2019.
Like Breen Climb.
2016.
And even further yet.
If you won't do the right thing for the good of all people.
Blah, 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 blah. Let me out, please. I'm so close to the gravity gun. I want it.
Gordon?
God damn you, Breen, you let her go.
That's all up to you, my old friend. Will you let your stubborn short-sightedness do
Another thing to note is an ex-world record holder used this exact same Alex Flair model.
Yeah, shout outs to Chili and such. I hope he's doing well wherever he is.
Alex, my dear, you have your mother's eyes.
Yeah, he's one of the goats.
Yeah.
You haven't seen a bit of it yet.
It only took me a very long time to track down this exact model that he used.
Go ahead, Breen.
It's a nice little shout out.
Yeah, it's a nice little bit because I also did the same thing. I just ripped a model from somewhere and did the same thing, but it was this specific model that I spent a very long time trying to find. Just because it was his model that he used.
And this one has proven to be a fine.
He also had the funny nade dupe strat in
Ravenholm,
which is really cool.
Yeah, Town 02. We intentionally like throw two at once.
You can intentionally dupe a nade, but yeah, we don't do that anymore. It's relatively slow in comparison to what we do.
At the time, it was crazy though.
At the time, I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow, these people are insane.
I mean, we have a whole launch in Boatless named after Chili, even though he technically didn't invent it, but he's the only person who did it in runs at the time.
Yep. That's news to me.
Yep.
All right, this is Breen Blast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is
one
also
of my contributions to this game. That's been negated. But anyway. So the idea here is just gonna spam save loads. So Breen's basically deleting the pod here by shooting it, but we're gonna like desync it by save loading, so we get that no clip state like we did with the airboats. It's basically deleting it while we're in it.
Nice.
So we get no clip again. Let's see, did you get it?
Yes, I did.
Very
Hello, Breen.
nice.
Goodbye, Breen. I'm just gonna yoink this.
And just beat the game.
Alright, I got it too.
Just shoot the orbs in the hole.
Very nice.
You know,
I
go
had
down.
to ensure that I actually made all of those.
All right, so we're about to come up on time here. So here he's gonna like make sure Alex takes a step so that she goes to her next choreograph to actually end the game for us.
Mhm.
All right, so here comes the time right now. All right,
Time.
Yep, there's time.
Nice.
Dr. Freeman.
Oh yeah, that gunship is also there because, once again, broken cutscenes.
Just random gunship.
And,
time for
me.
Dirge.
Wow, GG's.
Very close race, guys.
I will say it's
GG.
incredible that we finished so close, considering HL2 is a game that's played by minutes practically sometimes.
Yeah.
The leaderboard times, yeah, for a while they were just spread apart by minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy. With the nature of the movement in this game, where you can just get to the speed cap in like 4 hops, there's such a wide degree of difference.
Yeah, and that was looks like 14 seconds between the two of you. So
That's crazy.
that is absolutely wild. That was so amazing. GG's to everybody. And chat, pop off for some GG's. Where can everyone find you? Like, what are you playing right now? What are you working on?
I don't know. I'm streaming on Twitch every once in a while. I've been working on Titanfall 2. I've been trying to learn that. Looks like a cool speed game. Plays like a cool speed game. So I'm down to give it a shot.
Yeah, you can find him at twitch.tv/eold.
What about you, Dirge? Where do you stream?
I'm on twitch.tv/foreverdirch. And I'm probably not going to do much more Half-Life 2, but I am planning on picking up Half-Life 2 Episode 1 speedruns again, which are lovely to sit through those cutscenes, as well as some Half-Life 1. So that's what I've been thinking of cooking up.
Nice.
Yeah, I stream too. Well, a lot rarer than I used to, but I still do it occasionally. Twitch.tv/Wayzone. Occasionally, sometimes I might open this game up, but who knows? But yeah, thank you for having me.
Honestly, thank you for all three of you for coming on. It was such an amazing race to watch at GDQ, and to see it once more, and again, so close between the two of you. That was fantastic. So well done, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And again, give some more GGs for everybody on this amazing Half-Life 2 run. But for now, we're done. That is the end of today's episode of Express Lane. I hope all of you had so much fun with that run back of some of my favorite runs from SGDQ last week. That being said, if you want to see more of SGDQ and you missed out, we got you. We're going to be doing a replay coming up right after a short break. Tune in tomorrow for some Challenger approaching and speedruns from the crypt starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. So until 2 weeks from now, I'm Oscar24, 424. I can't even say my name right anymore. It's fine. But yeah, tune in 2 weeks for some more Express Lane. Nighty night.